Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the live. Today's live is going to be about how to make money doing product photography with MidJourney. So, just to quickly go through the agenda, we're going to do an introduction with why product photography is a profitable niche. The step-by-step guide with using Midjourney to create the professional product images, styling tips on how to design images that grab attention and sell, marketing strategies to attract clients who need stunning product visuals, case studies for examples of AI generated product photos and how they convert, scaling your income where you're turning this skill into a $1,000 a day business. And of course, this is a Q&A session, so your questions about product photography will be answered live. Before we get into every step of the details with this agenda, I do want to remind you guys of the special offer. On the website www.thedreamcreation.com, you can go ahead and scan the QR code. Throughout the whole live session, we will be having the live flash sale with code JCFAM, where you get 50% off of everything. To show you an example of what we have on the website really quickly, we have our branding services. And with our branding services, we have the Your Path, Your Plan custom growth sessions where I take an hour and a half to speak with you and I give you guidance to address any of your specific goals, whether it's digital marketing, how to set up your Shopify, content creation, personal branding, and more. You get a real-time walkthrough and tutorial using tools like Canva, Shopify, or MidJourney. You get constructive criticism of your current work, whether that be your website, your branding, or your marketing strategies. You get dedicated time to ask specific questions and receive real-time expert insight. You get the clarification of the tools, platforms, or strategies relevant to your goal. And to top it all off, you get a complete recording of the session so that you can go back and revisit it at any time you want. We also have the custom image based logo services where you want a logo for your brand, which is very important. The logo represents your identity to your clients and your customers, and we create those custom image based logos. Like I said, if you're using code JCFAM, all of these prices cut in half. There's also brand promotion on YouTube Live. So if you want me to promote your brand on these lives, I do get good engagement. I do get high viewership. And if you want me to bring attention to your brand, you can purchase something here. There is someone who purchased this who I emailed asking for details about their brand and they haven't responded. So if you're on this live and you are the person who purchased this and hasn't responded, please respond back so that I can know more information about your brand so that I can promote it. We have account setup service because sometimes we just need a little bit of help creating our accounts. So the account setup service comes with a screen share. So I'm going to walk you through setting up your YouTube channel, setting up your Facebook groups, setting up your Facebook business page, and turning your page into professional mode. We have the Canva Pro one-on-one personalized design masterclass where I'm going to give you a full overview on how Canva works and how to design something. We have the Shopify website design, which is one of our popular ones right now. I design your Shopify website. You see my website, I designed it on my own. You see the designs that I make, so you know that I'm capable of giving you the right vision and the right look for your brand. We added something new. This is new today, which is the YouTube thumbnail design. So I will design custom YouTube thumbnails for you. You guys have seen my YouTube thumbnails. You guys have seen my designs. So that is now a service. We have the YouTube monetization session. I am monetized. I have over 100K subscribers. I have over 1K subscribers and 400 watch hours. Thanks to you guys for your support. So I am monetized. This happened all in the span of 2 months. So with these one-on-one sessions, I would be giving you the step-by-step monetization plan, the content strategy guide, the revenue diversification, and channel analytics insight to kind of show you how to get your channel monetized quickly. We have the MidJourney Masterclass. And lastly, we have the custom AI visuals for your brand, which this we're going to talk about a little bit today in terms of product photography, because this is exactly what I will be doing um, to show. This is exactly what I'm going to be showing you, how to create custom AI visuals, whether it's for your brand, your own brand, or whether it's someone else creating it for your brand, which is me creating it for your brand. And that's what I mean by you can do product photography for people and be profitable with it. And as you can see, what this is priced at, $250. All it takes is for 4 people to purchase this for me to make $1,000 a day. And that is not hard to do, trust me. So that's just the branding services. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I just want to make you guys aware of the discount. So the last thing I will tell you is just make sure you check out the stock images. Our very popular one right now is the Boss Babe ebook cover image collection. But of course, we have the MidJourney AI prompts for the Sunflower series, Vintage Glam Luxe, lace front wigs, which we're actually going to cover deep today as one of the product photography examples, Pretty in Pink, and the lippies. So for Pretty Grinch image collection, Christmas is over, but this is still here. I'll probably take it down soon, so make sure you take advantage of this to save it for later this year. Okay, so the next announcement is if you are not already a part of the Facebook group, make sure you scan the QR code and join the Facebook group. This is where I provide all updates on when I'll be going on live. I try very, very hard to reach out to people personally through DMs and through all of these things to kind of remind you guys, sorry you guys, my phone fell, to kind of remind you guys about the lives, but it's very much easier for me when you guys are just a part of the group so that I can talk to all of you at once, so that you guys can ask questions. And feel free to post in the group. It doesn't only have to be me posting in the group. If there's something that you want to see in one of the lives, if there's a question that you want to ask me, feel free to post it in the group. If there's something you want to share with the community, like free prompts or something like that, feel free to share it in the group. The group is not only for me, it's for you as well. And if you are not already subscribed to us on YouTube, please scan the QR code and subscribe. The name of the YouTube channel is The June Creation. And like I said, we're over 1K subscribers. I go live every single weekday at 7 p.m., so make sure you are subscribed. In terms of words that motivate us, shout outs to Star J, who said, "Congratulations on 1K. You deserve it. You always make my creative juices flow." I did hit 1K a couple weeks ago, so this is an old comment. However, I do appreciate it when you guys tell me that I inspire you, or that your creative juices flow, or that, my teaching style is very easy for you guys to understand. So continue to please leave those type of supportive comments. And of course, I'm going to come and shout you out here. And lastly, tomorrow's live is going to be the MidJourney Mastery Unlocking Advanced Prompt Techniques. So tomorrow is going to be more so about creating the right prompt and making the prompts advanced enough to be able to get the image you're looking for, as opposed to focusing so much on the image and how we're going to add it to our design and all of these things. So I know a lot of you guys struggle with creating prompts, so tomorrow's class is really going to dig deep into how we construct those prompts, how to get the right prompt to get it right for your brand and for your business. So make sure you scan that QR code, but most importantly, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, and turn the notifications on so that you don't miss these lives. So to get into the tutorial, let me go ahead and share my screen. So I'm going to start off by kind of giving you guys an explanation of what MidJourney is. For those of you who are new, who have never used MidJourney before, or who hasn't gotten my rundown on how I explain MidJourney, because I do this almost every single live. So I do want to start off with saying that MidJourney is not free. That's why when you look at the thumbnail of this video on how to make this $1,000 a day with MidJourney, you see that I say invest $10 and make 1K a day. The basic plan of MidJourney is $10 a month. That is all that you need. A meal at McDonald's costs more than the $10 a month for MidJourney. And with that $10 a month, you get limited generations, you get approximately 200 images per month, but there are ways to make sure that you're using the right prompts and that you're using these prompt generations effectively so that you don't run out of those 200 images. You get general commercial terms. That means you can sell these images. That means you can use them for commercial purposes. You can put them on a billboard. You could put them on a t-shirt. You could do whatever it is that you desire with it because it has those general commercial terms. There's optional credit top-up. So let's say if that month, let's say if you're 3 weeks into the month and you run out, there is an optional credit top up that you can do by buying more fast hours. So 1 hour is for $4, 2 hours is for $8, 5 hours is for $20, and 12 hours is for 48 hours. Now, when it says 1 hour, that does not mean that if you buy this at 1 p.m., it's going to expire at 2. No. What it means is that you're going to be able to generate as many images as you would want that MidJourney thinks is an hour worth of images. Also, don't go ahead and buy 2 hours or 5 hours. Start with 1 hour only. Do 1 hour at a time because as you can see, it's not like the price is going down as the hours go up. 1 hour is $4, 2 hours is $8. 2 times 4 is 8, 5 times 4 is 20. Okay? 12 times 4 is 48. I hope. I suck at math, but yes, that's exactly what it is. So don't get in a frenzy and say, let me get 5 hours for $20 because these fast hours do expire after 60 days. So if you don't use them up after the 60 days because they're separate from when your hours or when your image generations reset for the month, you lose them. I've lost before because I bought 2 hours. I got way too ahead of myself and I've lost them. So make sure you just do it 1 hour at a time. Now, if you're like me who's already generating images for different brands, going on live every single day, plus generating images for my own brand, I have to get the $30 a month plan. So I get 15 hours of fast generations, which means that as opposed to having 1 hour's worth, 2 hours worth, or just 200 image generations a month, I'm getting 15 hours worth of fast generations. And as you can see, lately I've been using MidJourney more effectively. So even though this is renewing in 3 days, I still have I only used half of the amount. I also took a break during Christmas, so there's that too. But with the standard plan, the $30 a month plan, I get 3 concurrent fast jobs. The only thing that's really different is the amount of hours for fast generations and the fact that I have unlimited relaxed generations, which means that let's say if I run out of my fast hours, if I don't mind waiting, 4 to 5 minutes for an image, I can just turn it onto the relaxed generation and generate my images that way. I don't think you would need to worry about these two yet. If you do have that level of volume of images that you're creating, that's amazing. But if not, the basic plan is a great way to start. Now I'm going to go tab by tab. So this is the Explore tab. And as you can see, there's random, there's hot, there's top day, and there's likes. So basically, these are images that other people have generated in the tool. So if I go ahead and click on random, it's going to give me random images that people have generated. And as you can see, we're talking about product photography. One of the first product photography based images I see is right here. Imagine if you knew someone who opened up a restaurant, right? And let's say that they were going to pay hundreds of dollars to a photographer to come to the location. So they're paying for their gas. They're paying, probably a base pay per hour for what that photographer wants to charge or an overall fee. And they're doing all of these things when really you can take the meal that they cook at their restaurant or wherever and generate that image in MidJourney. And all it costs you was $10 to do it for them. So instead of them paying a photographer $300, $400, $500 to take a professional looking image, and they want different images of the items on their menu. And on top of that, the restaurant owner actually needs to cook these meals, okay, that may not have necessarily needed to be ordered in order for you to take those pictures for their menu. So they save money from having to cook all of those meals, and they save money from having to hire a photographer, and that's where you come in with your price and say, hey, for $200 or for $250 or whatever the case may be, I will generate these images for you, and you don't have to worry about cooking these meals or getting a professional photographer. This is what the purpose of AI is. And as you can see here, this says a handful of wine flour being sprinkled over a stew to add a touch of wine flavor, rich, aromatic, earthy, rustic, wholesome, warm, light, DSLR, 50 milliliter lens, evening close-up food photography. This is food photography, okay? And we can work on different prompts to make this even more pleasurable or better to get a more desired look that we're wanting to get with our product images. So this is what the random tab does. It shows you random images that people have been creating. If I click on it again, it's going to give me another set of random images. And once again, I see another, product photography, food photography here. And that's what I'm saying. People are using this tool to create product photography for other creators and other brands, okay? So this here is a picture of donuts. This is a picture of pancakes. The product photography situation is trending right now, and you need to get on it so that you can be able to monetize the work that you do. The next tab is hot. These are the hottest images of the day, probably. And you just see like these random images that other people have created. Then there's top day, and you can see it by top of the day, top of the week, or top of the month. Okay. Now, me personally, I don't care what the top image of the month is. I don't care what the top image of the week is. I don't care about none of this stuff. What I care about is using MidJourney to be able to make money. So I'm going to use food photography as one of the first examples of how you can even search for something if you don't have the idea of what you want to come to your mind. So let's say if you want to do food photography images of chicken. So you can type in chicken food photography here in the search box, and this is pretty much images that other people have created, but you can use them as style references, character references, and you can kind of use their prompts as well. Now, if I owned a KFC chain or a Popeyes chain or some sort of barbecue fried chicken chain, if I had images like this that told people that my wings and my drumsticks were fire, I know that people would buy. And this says, act as an experienced photographer, brainstorm and generate creative image and concepts for a photo shoot for Facebook posts centered around crispy bang bang chicken. Consider the mood, tone, and overall aesthetic you want to convey through the image. Think about how you can visually tell a story or evoke images related to the topic. So this person who generated this or wrote this prompt wasn't even really focusing on the details of the chicken. It was just trying to tell MidJourney to act as an experienced photographer. But I'm sure there are other images where they focus on the details. So for example, this one says a crispy fried chicken leg in the air. The skin of the crispy fried chicken leg is scattered in the air. Yellow and red style, a little chili powder on the leg, warm yellow background, wide angle, close up, focal length 55 millimeters, aperture is f1.9, photorealistic, still life, softbox lighting, tabletop photography. And you can see here the crispy fried chicken leg. Now, do you have a local chicken store in your neighborhood or even in your city? Even if it's not a local place, even if it's somewhere that is a food chain, right? These people pay for photography, and they pay thousands of dollars for photography. Or even if you own a chicken joint, I'm sure you would be paying thousands of dollars. The bigger your company is, you'd be paying thousands of dollars for this photography. So why not just type something up in literally 30 seconds, get an image in 1 minute, and charge someone a couple of $100s for it? That is how you make money, and that is how you take advantage of product photography. Okay? So this is just how the search function works. And right now, these are not images or prompts that we created. We're going to get into that, but I want to show you how if you can't decide or think of what you want your prompt to say, you can very much go to this Explore tab and go in the Search tab and see what other people have created in order to be able to inspire your ideas. So now we're going to make it a little bit more interesting, and we're actually going to use one of these prompts as a reference, okay? So I think this one looks kind of interesting. This says orange liquid sauce drizzled over fried chicken, powdered seasoning sprinkled in the air, super cold draft beer next to it. So what I want to do is actually take this prompt and use it. And once you hit prompt here, it also uses the settings that you add to the prompt. So this has the setting of the version of 6.1 in MidJourney. But let's say if you don't want the settings to copy over, all you need to do is come to the prompt and click on use text. And none of the settings will copy over. So now once we have used this text, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our default settings. And let's say if we want the image to be a square. If I'm posting something on Instagram that's not a picture of a person, I kind of like to make it a square. But also when I post things on my website, all of my images are a square. I have them as a square because I just feel like with the square post, I can take it and put it anywhere. If I wanted to take it and put it on Instagram, I could. If I wanted to take it and put it on Facebook, I could. And not worry about weird sizes, having to crop it a certain way on Instagram, and all of those things. So that's personally why I use square. And once I use something, I stick to what I'm using because there's nothing I hate more than going on someone's website and seeing one picture that's a square, another picture that's portrait size, another picture that's skinny. I hate seeing inconsistent sized images on websites. It does not look good. If you do that, please stop doing that and find a way to try to make things look cohesive by just picking a size. If you want to pick square, pick square. If you want to pick portrait, pick portrait. If you want to pick landscape, you can do that as well. But you have to pick something and you have to stick with it across your whole website. Okay? So I'm going to have this image size as a square. For the mode, I'm fine with it being standard. What is a mode, you may ask? So this tells you that raw mode replaces the default aesthetic of some MidJourney model versions, and using it can help you create more photorealistic images, cinematic scenes, or cuter characters. There's also version 6.1 of MidJourney. There are a bunch of different versions starting at 1, but if you scroll even more down, you're going to see that there's Niji 6, Niji 5, Niji 4, which is more so for anime-styled images. We're going to stick to version 6.1. If you hover over this, it tells you that MidJourney routinely releases new model versions to improve efficiency, coherency, and quality. And the latest model is the default, but each model excels at producing different types of images. I recommend that you use the newest model because, like it says, it improves the efficiency, it improves the coherency, but most importantly, it improves the quality. And you want to give your customers and clients the quality images. Okay? Now for stylization, I have my stylization here at 700, and I'm actually going to bring this down a bit. So stylization influences how strongly the MidJourney aesthetic is applied. So low stylization values produce images that closely match the prompt but are less artistic, and high stylization values create images that are very artistic but less connected to the prompt. So I'm going to bring my stylization down probably to a 250 from that 700 that it was before. There's also weirdness and variety, and these two I always leave it at 0. Weirdness does add some sort of quirkiness to your images. I don't want the quirkiness right now, and sometimes it does generate inappropriate images. I don't want that. And variety kind of gives you like different various results based on your prompt that are less closely associated with each other. What does that mean? If I type in orange liquid sauce drizzled over fried chicken, powdered seasoning sprinkled in the air, and super cold draft beer next to it, if my variety is at 0, I can guarantee you that for the 4 images it generates, they're going to look similar to the prompt. But if I was to increase the variety, it would just be completely different styles of images. And for speed, I have it at fast, and fast generates my image in a minute or less. Relax would be kind of like 4 to 5 minutes, and turbo would be seconds. But if I did turbo, and let's say if I had 15 hours, it would slash all of my time in half. So I keep it at fast. I'm cool with waiting for a minute or less. and you guys should be as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to submit this. Once I submit it, I know that it's in the queue because on my create tab it says 0 out of 1, and when it's ready it's going to say 1. But before we go to the create tab, I do want to take you guys through a few more examples of how we can use the style references as well, because that's very important. So I'm just going to scroll some more. I think this flying chicken looks really interesting. This says photo of a roast chicken floating in the sky, front view daylight photography. And I'm just going to come here and I'm going to click on style. And once I click on style, you'll see that it automatically takes that chicken picture and puts it here, and you see a paperclip, which means that I'm using it as a style reference. If it was a person, I would probably use it as a character reference. And with the character reference, it's going to take the likeness of that character and its certain features to kind of apply it to your image. I can use this too as a character reference, so it could take the style of this chicken, like maybe the colors of it, the seasoning that's on it. But instead, I can just use style. I'm cool with using the style. And instead of saying a photo of roast chicken floating in the sky, I might say realistic product photography image of a whole cooked chicken floating. Okay, do I want to say in the sky? Of a whole cooked chicken floating in the air. The background is yellow. Let's try that out and see what that gets us. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to submit enter, and you'll see that one image is being created out of two. It doesn't say 2 out of 2 because my other image has already been created. So that's how you would use the style reference here. All of these things, as you can see here, you see some writing here. This person made a mistake when they were creating this prompt, because what they did was that they put the quotation marks around it. Anytime you take quotation marks and you put your prompt in between it, it's going to start putting some writing in your image. And you don't want that. But let's read what this prompt says. It says a dynamic photorealistic image of the inside of 3 crispy, spicy chicken tenders suspended in mid-air, surrounded by an explosion of vibrant spices such as pepper, paprika, and black pepper. The dark background makes the spices appear to explode outward with a fiery and dramatic effect. The chicken is under the spotlight as if it's on stage. The scene conveys the energy, flavor, and texture of freshly cooked wings, while the lighting creates depth, contrast against the background. And I like this prompt, so I'm going to actually copy it to try to generate an image out of it. But I'm going to remove those quotation marks because I don't want to see them. And MidJourney is not going to create this exact same image for me because I'm just using the prompt. I'm not using this as a style reference or a character reference. I just need help with the prompt. So I'm going to go ahead and use that prompt, and I'm going to submit it. So now I have 3 images generated from this Explore tab, and I'm going to go over now to the Create tab to take a look at those images. So here I am, and as you can see, all of these images are a square because that is what I chose to have. Now we're going to start with the first images that we generated, and like I told you, it's not really going to look like the other images because I didn't use the other image as some sort of character reference or style reference. All I did was use the prompt. So when I said orange liquid sauce drizzled over fried chicken, powdered seasoning sprinkled in the air, super cold draft beer next to it, this is what it generated for me. This looks like a image of something from Applebee's. Somebody call the owner of the franchise for the Applebee's in the town and tell them that you're going to generate images for them where they can save thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm just saying. Now, there are ways. Someone asked me today, how do you get clients to buy your product photography? And I said that I would discuss this, which I will in a bit. Now, one option is actually going to actual businesses and offering them these services. But if you don't want to do all of that, there's actually people that you can find online. I find people online all the time who wants me to create images for their website, whether they're creating ebook covers, whether they have like a sunglasses brand and they want me to create an image of that. If they have like a organic skincare company and they want me to create images. It all depends on the type of business that you're running. You can reach out to people on social media that you see that already has websites, Or you can do what I do, which is literally go on the Facebook groups and also go live on YouTube, where I kind of capture the attention of others who want to start their business or their brand, but they're stuck when it comes to creating the images. They're stuck when it comes to creativity. So for me, it kind of goes two ways. If you're stuck with creativity, you can either A, watch my live, and that's why I don't gatekeep over here. I give you the step-by-step details on how I do these things so that you can learn how to do it yourself. But if you truly don't want to do it yourself, you can also purchase my products. You can purchase my services as well. So you have two options every time you come in this channel. My suggestion to you is that you create different options for your customers and for yourself as well. Whether that means going to the actual physical store and showing them a portfolio of what you can create, or going online and showing people what you can do in the Facebook groups, or on the YouTubes, and how you do things. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to X this out, and we're going to take a look at the next image where we use this as a style reference. So because I used it as a style reference, you can kind of see that this image kind of took the style of the background, the smoke, and all of these things. Because all I mentioned about the background is that I wanted it to be yellow, but I didn't mention nothing about it being smoking hot. And you can kind of see the fumes, right, from the heat of the chicken. And that's because the image that we used as a style reference had those fumes as well. So these are the images here. And this also reminds me of like fast food, or some sort of chicken joint or something like that. Now, I know we've been using chicken as an example, and we're going to get to other examples as well, but food photography is just as important. There are people who are opening businesses and restaurants every single day, but on top of the costs that are associated with opening a business or a brand, to have to even think about photography as well, especially when it comes to food, can be daunting. And that is where you come in and try to convince them that, or not even try to convince them, there's no trying. You show them your work, you show them your portfolio, and show them the type of images that you can generate for their brand. This is the image that we created with the chicken tenders. So this one was a dynamic image of the 3 crispy chicken tenders suspended in midair, surrounded by an explosion of vibrant spices such as pepper, paprika, and black pepper. And the dark background makes the spices, let's see, makes the spices appear to explode outward with a fiery and dramatic effect. The chicken is under the spotlight as if it's on stage. The scene conveys the energy, flavor, and texture of freshly cooked wings, while the lighting creates depth and contrast against the background. This prompt was very detailed, okay? And if we come here, as you can see, everything that is mentioned in the prompt is displayed in the images. Look at this. This one is my favorite one. The CEO of Applebee's needs to call me. So I'm going to take a pause right now to go to the comments, because you guys have been commenting since the live started. But I really wanted to just jump into the live because I know that sometimes, these lives get a little bit long, and I want to make sure you guys are getting as much information as possible in the amount of time that we have together. So shout outs to Yolanda, Yo Travel Girl, Tyler, for joining the live. Good evening, Yolanda. Thank you so much for joining. I've seen you on the live before, so I really appreciate your support on coming on the live today and watching. Shout outs to Michelle Davis, who said hello all, who I've also seen on the live before too. Shout outs to My Heart and Soul Creations, who says, "You're making me hungry." Girl, I'm hungry too after looking at all this chicken. It just looks so tasty, but most importantly, it looks real, right? You're not giving these people images of fake products, fake looking products. These are products that look very real, very editable when it comes to the I said editable, very edible when it comes to images of food, and just things that are going to make people look at this on a menu, or look at this on your business's Instagram page or social media page and say, wow, I want to come here and eat this. Okay. Okay, so this was the thing with the whole chicken situation. Now, let's say if we wanted to do a soap company, right? Now, there are a lot of people who have like organic skincare products and all of these things, and they want to create images for their skincare brand, for their soaps, and all of these things. So there are different prompts that we can use to do that. Now, once again, if you can't think of a prompt, you can go ahead to the Explore tab. Let's say if you own an organic skincare business, you can't think of a prompt for anything because you don't know where to start. It's okay. I mean, by tomorrow, you're going to learn the advanced techniques on how to create these prompts because that's what tomorrow's live is going to be about. So, once again, if you are not already having your notifications being turned on for this live, you're going to miss out. Scan the QR code. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about actually creating some advanced prompts for this. But for now, we're going to look back into the Explore tab and see what other people are writing for their prompts to be able to get a start and get an idea. And please do not come and say, no one has said this to me, but there are a lot of people who like to say, this is stealing, this is this is that. No, it is not. Okay. MidJourney, first of all, is not going to create two images that are exactly 100% identical. But secondly, MidJourney is an AI tool, and in order for it to even create images like this, it had to be inspired from something or somewhere. None of these were just like built and created out of nowhere. All of this is built and created from what the billion of us have been searching for on Google, images that we have all uploaded on Google, where the AI is learning how to create the curves of the lips, the shape of the head, how a cheetah or jaguar or whatever this animal is, okay? All of this is for inspiration. No one is taking this prompt and saying, I'm going to go sell this to someone for $50 or something. And no one knows if this person even created their prompt themselves. But my whole point is, don't get hung up on people who might say that because you don't know how they're creating their prompts. They're just not showing you because they're gatekeeping. They're just showing you that they come up with things out of thin air, as if they came up with AI as out of thin air, and and they're not telling you the real thing. So if you are truly concerned about creating something and not wanting someone to use it and it not showing up in the Explore tab, all you need to do is once you create your image and you save it, you come over here and you click on hide. Once you click on hide, no one will see it in the Explore tab ever again. Okay? So that is all that you need to do, and they have the option to do that as well, no matter if they have the basic plan, the standard plan, or whatever plan that they have. So, like I said, right now we're going to do the organic skincare soap company. So let's say if someone has kojic acid soap, right? That's one of the popular soaps. If you look over here, you're going to see a bunch of different images of soaps. Now, what do I see that's kojic acid or can pass as a kojic acid soap? Maybe this image right here, 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 and so on. But let's say if you don't, let's say if you even have like turmeric soap, right? Because I feel like turmeric looks like kojic acid soap as well sometimes. You could put that, or you could even put like orange soap. And if you put orange soap, I'm sure some of these turmeric or kojic acid looking soaps will pop up, as you see it did here. Because MidJourney does have the ability to take the keywords that you put in to try to figure out what you want and kind of generate that image for you. I really like this image. This says a citrus cold processed soap with small amount of soda ash and embedded with a dried orange slice decorated with a delicate tied twine. I think this looks really unique. And if I was a customer of a skincare company and I saw an image like this, I would definitely want to buy it. Now, we want to kind of create our own images. And one of the great things about creating images for organic skincare companies is that when these people create their handmade products, it's so much work to actually create the product. Because there's a lot that goes into it. You have to buy the ingredients. You have to mix it all together. It's a process. And sometimes these people can't even fathom or imagine having to take images for their brand as well. I have taken images for brands in the past because I used to do photography. And I would charge these companies hundreds of dollars, okay? And not to say that it wasn't worth the hundreds of dollars, but things are easier now. So if you own a company, and let's say if you do have time to do this, you can go ahead and do it. And instead of paying someone $500, $600 to take a bunch of different images of soaps that you have to make, you can now use MidJourney and only pay $10 a month and create those images. Or if you have someone who doesn't want to create the image, but they have the business, you can reach out to them and offer them your services as well. So I would highly recommend creating some type of portfolio of your best images that you can create using prompts and present them to these companies, offering them to do the product photography for their product for a very nice fair price, which would be much lower than what they would pay someone as a photographer to generate those images. So now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to type in, let me do the turmeric soap. And one thing you'll notice is that once I put turmeric soap, you're going to see that they actually include images of the actual turmeric root and even the powder, okay? Amazing things are happening here. So let's just take a review of some of these images. I really like this one right here. This one says a handcrafted turmeric soap bar with visible golden yellow hues placed on a natural wooden soap dish. Surrounding the soap are fresh turmeric roots, leaves, and a glass bowl of turmeric powder. Soft natural daylight streams through the window, casting gentle shadows. The background is blurred with hints of greenery. Shot with a 50 milliliter f1.8 lens, focus on the soap texture with a warm, earthy tone. Now, one thing I want you to realize and observe about this prompt is that it said that it was shot with a 50 millimeter f-stop 1.8 lens. What does that mean? It's pretty much asking this to create an image as if it was created with a camera, a professional camera. And if you guys are not familiar with photography, a 50 millimeter lens, otherwise known as a nifty 50, which is what I like to call it, is a lens that focuses on the foreground of the images and blurs out the background of the image. It literally just focuses whatever is in the middle and everything around it will be blurred. That's what a 50 millimeter lens does. So this person did not have to put the details of make sure the soap is in focus and, etc. But it knows because it's a nifty 50 lens. It's in the style of a 50 millimeter lens. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this prompt. And now remember, I said if you take the prompt here, it's going to include the settings. Like right here, it's telling me it has an aspect ratio of 4:5 and the version of 6.1 to MidJourney. If I had added it here instead, so if I had removed this and added it here, it's not going to include those details. It only includes the details when I add it here. And if you take it from here and it includes those details, even though my default setting says that it should be a square, which is a 1:1, because I have the aspect ratio as 4:5 here, this will override my default settings. Whatever you put in the box for the prompt will override your default settings. I don't want it to override my default settings. I don't have no desire for this to be a 4:5 image. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it like this, and I am going to hit enter so that I could submit my prompt and see what it has for me. Another thing I want to do probably is another soap, right? Now let's go to the create tab. I don't want to get soap examples from what people created. I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to say a rectangular soap bar with a raw handmade texture, because these are organic soaps, featuring visible herbs like lavender and oatmeal. The soap is placed on a wooden tray surrounded by sprigs of lavender and small, smooth river stones. And I'm going to hit enter. So a rectangular soap bar with a raw handmade texture featuring visible herbs like lavender and oatmeal. The soap is placed on a wooden tray surrounded by sprigs of lavender and small smooth river stones. So while that is generating, I do want to take your attention here to that prompt that we used from the previous thing that we saw in the Explore tab. So as you can see here, it created our handcrafted turmeric soap bar with the visible golden yellow hues. It is on a wooden soap dish. There are the fresh turmeric roots here. What else? Leaves. I see the leaves in the background. The bowl of turmeric powder. It kind of has all of these things here. And, you know, it generates 4 images for you. And all of these images look absolutely amazing. But not only do they look amazing, they look realistic. We're creating realistic images. And if you were to take the recipe on how to create a turmeric soap like this, I guarantee you it would look like this. The size might be different because it's handmade and it depends what size you use. But if you've ever bought in any type of organic soap before, someone tried to come at me online one time and said, oh, you're creating fake images. How am I creating fake images? And then someone else said, well, what do you think people who are creating commercials and pictures for Coca-Cola and Burger King doing? Have you guys ever seen those videos on YouTube where people are like pouring like car oil on, what was it, like using it as like, it wasn't maple syrup or something, but there are like these videos online where they show you how to do the product photography for these images. The whole point of product photography and getting a product photographer is to enhance the image. And that's exactly what we're doing using MidJourney. This secret has been around for years, but the manual work that comes with it has been cut out and been replaced with AI. So you can go ahead and do that, and no one can come at you or should come at you and say that you're creating fake images. I'm trying to think of other examples, but like with Burger King, the burger doesn't really look like that. You know what I'm saying? When you're pouring something, sometimes they'll add like dish soap so it could look, so the soda could look a little bit more bubbly. There are different things that people do to create these images. So make sure that if anyone tries to tell you, tries to cancel you, or try to say anything about you when it comes to what you're creating, remind them what product photography is and what people have been doing for years and years and years. So now here is the prompt that I had wrote myself about the rectangular soap bar with the raw handmade texture featuring visible herbs like lavender and oatmeal. So let me come here really quick, right? And let's compare what the prompt says and let's compare it to the image. So first of all, it does have a raw handmade texture. How do I know this? Because you can kind of see that the sides are not 100% even, and you can kind of see little pieces where the soap is lifting a little bit, right? Little, I don't know what you call this, but just little like pieces of soap that don't look 100% smooth, and that is the sign of an organic handmade product, not something that was made by a machine. So it says that it features visible herbs like lavender and oatmeal. This is the oatmeal right here, and this is the lavender right here on the soap. It says that the soap is placed on a wooden tray. This is the wooden tray, and that is surrounded by sprigs of lavender, where I see the sprigs of lavender right here, and small smooth river stones, which I see right here. So this is how it generates that image. And like I said, it generates 4 images for us. I really like this one as well. I wish it had a little bit more specks of lavender and oatmeal on it, but it still looks really nice. This also looks amazing as well, and so does this one. And most importantly, like I said, all of these images look very much real, which is what the goal is here, to produce these real looking images. Now, let's say if I was to use this text and I was to come over here and I was to put the variation at 100, you're going to see what happens. You see how all of these images kind of look cohesive, and they kind of look similar. All of these look similar. All of these look similar. That is because our variation was 0. But I want to show you what's going to happen when you take the same prompt for that same image and put the variation at 100. It looks like this. Nothing looks similar. Nothing is really that close to what I'm asking for in the prompt. Is it kind of giving it to me? Yes. But you'll see that it's kind of less connected with the prompt. Now, let's say if I was to take this text and let's say if I put the variation back at 0, but I put the weirdness at 3,000. We're going to submit that and see what that gets us. So I just kind of want to show you what these different settings do and what settings you need to use when you're generating certain images. So this is what the chaos gives you. It just kind of gives you these abnormal views, this abnormal look of all of this. This just looks off. Everything about it looks off. It looks warped. It looks weird. And that is pretty much what the weird factor does. It gets even weirder when you do it with people. Super duper weird. Okay. But this is with a product, and this is how the weirdness looks. Okay. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to put my settings for the weirdness to be back at 0. Now let's up the stylization. Let's say that the stylization is 1,000. I'm going to go ahead, going to take that same prompt and I'm going to hit on submit. And you're just going to see the type of aesthetic that it's giving you with the colors and the texture and just everything, right? It might make a big difference. It should, because a stylization of 1,000 is pretty high, but we're going to see what this goes ahead and generates for us. So basically with this stylization, I feel like the colors look a little bit more rich. I feel like as I'm looking at this, the green looks very green. The colors, the textures just kind of look more defined, in my opinion. Now, for this atrocity of an image that had the weirdness of 3,000, I'm going to go ahead and hide this. And remember, if you don't want anyone to find you on the Explore tab, even though it's very hard to find sometimes because there are thousands, if not, I don't know how many people use MidJourney, but there are a lot of people who use MidJourney. So it's not going to be that simple to find you. But for some reason, if someone is clicking on random one day or just happens to kind of find your MidJourney profile and you don't want them to use images that you've used before, you don't want them to use your prompt, you don't want them to use your images as a style reference, all you need to do is click on this hide button. Now, these pictures are UGLY, so I'm just going to hide them anyways. I want them out of my site. And I kind of want this chaotic mess out of my site as well. And the reason why I'm doing that is that I can show you the difference of a stylization that is 250 and a difference of the stylization that is 1,000. And as you can see, the stylization with 1,000, the colors just kind of pop more. The textures are a little bit more textured, and it's just a difference of how aesthetically pleasing that the image looks. I still think both ways look amazing. Stylization works differently for people than it works for products, images like this. So you can experiment and see how that goes. Now, while we're on this live, I do want to remind you guys to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already liked the live, I see we're at 13 likes. If you can help us get to 20 likes, I would truly appreciate that. So let's try to run that number up to 20. And also, once again, I do want to remind you of the special offer because I want you guys to take care of it. There are a few more people in the live right now, so I kind of want to go over this quickly again. But if you use the code JCFAM for our live flash sale, which only happened during the live, this code is only active during the live, you get 50% off. And that 50% includes everything on the site, including logos, website, account setup, stock images, MidJourney prompts, and more. I want you guys to focus on the brand services, but of course you can get anything you would like on the website. But I just want to highlight a lot of people benefit more for the brand services with the 50% off. If you have a business, if you have a brand and you're not sure what direction you want to go in and where you want to start, this Your Path, Your Plan custom growth session is going to be the best for you. If you have a business but you don't have a nice logo, for your brand, this is really great because your logo is a part of your brand identity and you kind of want to have something that looks nice, that attracts people's attention, makes them want to come to your page and makes them want to buy your product. I do the brand promotions on YouTube Live. So as we're here on live, if you were to purchase a brand promotion, I would just be promoting your brand throughout the whole live in terms of giving it shout outs, telling people to check out your website, and probably even pinning one of your products or website to the page, because as you can see, you can choose different options for the different variations and options that I have for this. Next is the account setup service. So sometimes we might feel a little bit overwhelmed of creating the YouTube channel, of creating the Facebook group, not sure how to do it. I would be here to help you and walk you through it. And not only do I help you set up the account, I help you design the banner as well. And we do that one-on-one on the call. It is about a 2 hour call. Sometimes it could be a little bit shorter, but we do use up the 2 hours for the most part so that I can properly explain everything to you, how to update your YouTube banner, how to update your Facebook cover, how to do all of those things. And I provide you with templates. We have the Canva Pro one-on-one personalized design masterclass. So I give you a one-on-one masterclass on Canva. We have the Shopify website design, which is very important because your website is what builds trust. And if we're talking about making money using product photography, you can't go to a store and offer them to create images for them, for their brand, and your website looks like trash. Okay? Because they're going to say, well, if your website doesn't look good, why should I trust you to, you know, create images for my website, create images for my brand? So the way you show up online is very, very important on social media as well as your website. So like I said, code JCFAM for 50% off, and the website is www.thedreamcreation.com. If you didn't catch the QR code, I'm just going to type it into the chat right now. The YouTube thumbnail design, which is very much new, and I just want to show you guys the different options that we have for this. So for the YouTube thumbnail design, it is $10, but with 50% off, you get $5. And what's included is a high quality custom design thumbnail, eye-catching visuals that are optimized for your click-through rates, consistent branding to align with your channel style, and of course, fast turnaround time. We combine creativity, strategy, and attention to detail to ensure that your thumbnails not only look amazing, but also drive real results, okay? And you have different package options. So there's the basic package where you get one thumbnail, and that one thumbnail is that $9.99. Then there's the standard package where you do two thumbnails, and the two thumbnails comes up to $14.99. And then there's the premium package, which is 5 thumbnails, and that comes up to $29.99. But like I said, of course, code JCFAM, 50% off. So you definitely get half of the price for double the value. Like, this is a great value service. So we're just going to go back a bit. Like I said, that's a brand new service that was added just today. But we also have the YouTube monetization one-on-one strategy session. Like I mentioned, I am monetized on YouTube, and I can help you get monetized as well. It is amazing to be monetized and to be able to profit off of helping others. And like I said, there's no gatekeeping. We're a community, so I always help you. So it wouldn't be 100% help if I wasn't giving you the blueprint as well. So I do have the blueprint on how to get that done. And then, of course, there's the MidJourney one-on-one personalized class and the custom AI visuals for your brand. Now, back to the tutorial. We've gone ahead and we've done the soap. And like I mentioned, if you guys have any questions at all, make sure to put them in the comment section so that I can address it. If there's anything specific that you would like to see as well, put it in the comment section so that we can try and create it. Now, I want to create something else now. This is still related to the soap. But now I want to take an image, right? Let's say if you created the soap company for someone, you created the soaps for the soap company, but you want to see images of people actually using the soap, right? What we can do is we can start saying photo realistic image of an African American woman standing in a luxurious white and gold bathroom, shower. Hopefully it doesn't generate anything inappropriate, with suds all over her face and shoulders with soap suds. In the background of the shower shelf are bars of turmeric acid soap. Let's say that. And I'm gonna put my stylization back down to 250. I don't want it at 100 right now. Sorry, at 1,000. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna submit enter, and I'm gonna see if I get my desired image. Now it's telling me that it doesn't meet the community guidelines. And that is because I said it was in the shower. So that's why I said I don't know what type of image it's gonna generate. But as you can see here, they do want safe for work content, respectful of lighthearted parodies, satire, and caricatures using real images. They can allow fictional and exaggerated scenarios, but they would not allow anything that disrespects, harms, or misleads about public figures or events, any type of hate speech, explicit or real world violence, nudity or overtly sexualized images, or imagery that might be considered culturally insensitive. So it says that the AI system isn't perfect. If it blocks content you think is okay, let them know with the notify developers button on the right, and they'll check and improve the system using the feedback. I do think that this content is okay, but because I mentioned the shower, her shoulders, and all of these things, so I'm just going to remove shower, and I'm going to submit on enter. Okay, looks like this still is not working. Let me see what I said. Photorealistic image of, okay, I still have shower here. Photorealistic image of an African American woman standing in a luxurious white and gold bathroom with soap suds all over her face and shoulders. I'm just going to leave it at that and see if it lets us generate that. So I'm going to cancel these two. So sometimes you do have to be careful with the wording, how you word things, to be able to get the image that you need. So here, I mean, I still see the shower in the background. Why is she standing outside of the shower with soap suds? You know, we couldn't get her to be in the shower. She doesn't look too realistic either, but there are ways we can fix that. And the way we would fix that, she looks a little bit more realistic. But the way we fix that is by using character references. So these images, just to me, they're interesting, but no one would be standing like this taking an image with the soap suds in their hair like that. But I did say face and all of these things. This one just got carried over. But hey, if you are doing some sort of like luxury ad, like this would be an amazing advertisement image, right? Because sometimes these ad images kind of go over the top just to kind of like promote certain content. Like it doesn't need to look realistic. It could just have like a cool, nice, elegant title here saying like, um, our soap, it feels better than your hair, or like I don't know, some nice luxurious catchy slogan or something, right? You could actually use stuff like this to create that. So let me do another prompt. Let's say photorealistic image of an African American woman with deep ebony skin tones, looking at the turmeric kojic acid soap on the bathroom counter. Let's see what that gives us. So the reason why it's so cramped up, this one actually looks nice, but I actually don't like that her hand is covering the soap. But that is because this image is a square. So it doesn't really give much space. Let's see how it would look if the image was a 4 by 5, which is the same portrait size of Instagram. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use that text again. But this time I'm going to have my image at a 4 by 5. And I'm actually going to increase my stylization to 700. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit submit and see what that gives us. But it actually gives me more real estate for my image because as you can see, we had this small little square and now we have a little bit more space. So hopefully that should generate a better image for us. So I think this image looks okay. This image, I guess it put the soap on her face, but it actually looks kind of weird. Um, this image, the soap is not even here. And for this image, the soap is there, but she's not really looking at it. So what we can do is we can actually take this and we can search. We can search based off of the image that we created. And I did that really quick, so I'm going to go back, right? We talked about search here in the Explore tab where we came in and we were typing in turmeric soap and we were just typing in random things here. We came here, we did that. Okay, whoop-de-woo. But now if we go to the Create tab and we create an image, but we want to search on images that have a similar concept of the image or the prompt we created, there's another search button right here where I can just click on it and it's going to take me to another page where you're going to see images of people and products, okay? So let me scroll up a bit to the beginning. So we have this girl here who's actually holding a product, this girl who's applying some sort of lotion to her face. This girl is holding a product. I don't know what this girl is doing. She's holding a product. She has soap on her hands. She's washing her face. This one says clean beauty applying skincare, Brooklyn hipster. Okay. So she actually looks like she's standing in the shower, which is the look I was trying to get earlier. And she has her hands to her face and she's applying the soap. There's this image here where she's just kind of standing behind the counter with the luxurious skincare products. And it goes on and on and on. This looks like someone was trying to do a before and after image, but I don't think they were very successful. But I'm very curious to try this myself and see. But this says a side by side before and after image of a young mixed Afro American woman. Close up standing in the bathroom looking sideways to show her profile. Split in the middle on the left, the before photo of her dull skin and some pimples and red spots. And on the right, an image of her with improved and radiant, dewy skin with lesser wrinkles, the soft, warm tones enhancing her natural glow and freshness. I'm curious to see if it could create this for me, so I'm just going to create that really quick but move on. So still looking at images that I want to recreate in terms of the bathroom and the products and all of these things. Once again, I like images like this, but we're just going to keep on looking. And like I said, there are thousands of images that you can find here. I really like this one. It looks like she is praying before she washes her face. This looks like a very interesting image. And MidJourney doesn't do that amazing with fingers, but so far some of these images look okay when it comes to the hands. So let's say if we got this one, right? This one says a close-up shot of an African American woman applying cream to her face, smiling and looking at the camera with closed eyes. The background is a neutral beige or light gray for contrast focused on her joyful expression as she presses her skincare product into her skin. Her fingers should be clean and well groomed, showing off her nicely manicured nails. She's wearing minimal makeup and highlights her radiant complexion. And as you can see, this aspect ratio actually says 128 to 45. And if you're wondering why someone would use such a large aspect ratio, they're probably using this image for their website banner. So you can customize that aspect ratio to whatever size you want that fits where you're trying to put that image in. Just an FYI. But I'm going to take this. I don't know how the fingers are going to look. And I actually think I want to use her as a character reference. And I'm going to go ahead and submit enter. But now let's go back to the images that we were creating. So it looks like it still says starting. Let me refresh really quick. So I don't think it created one of the things. It didn't create the side-by-side image. Come on, MidJourney. But that's okay. We got these images here, so I actually like this one. I think the fingers look pretty normal in this image, and she kind of has the product. And this is a nice product photography for someone who has like an anti-wrinkle cream. I don't know, anything that you would want to call this. You can use this as like a product photography. This one could be okay, but something happened with her fingernail right there. I wonder if it could be fixed in the editor tool. Maybe if I click on erase here and hit on submit. Hopefully that can fix that. Let's see. So I really like that side-by-side before and after image, even though it didn't generate it. This is almost complete. So before I try to do the side-by-side, let's see what this gives us. So I went to the editor tool and I kind of hovered around her finger that looked weird, and look at that. Now her finger looks normal. So you can go into the editor tool and just kind of like hover, circle, drag the eraser around any problem areas that you have, and it seems like it will fix it, because there we go. Her finger looks fixed to me. Here she looks like she's flipping the middle finger. She's flipping the bird. But here is where her fingernail was looking a little bit off, and I went into the editor tool and fixed that. And got this as a result, which looks amazing. And like I said, you can take this image. You would want to upscale it by doing a subtle upscale. And why do we upscale our images? We upscale them because it creates a larger version of the image that's ideal for sharing, saving, or printing. So if someone wants to use it on their website, if someone wants to use it on a billboard, if someone wants to use it on a t-shirt, whatever they want to do with it, you want to be making sure that before you hand this over to your clients, it is at its best resolution and best quality. Now, I'm going to make an attempt at the before and after situation. I actually don't think it's going to work, but hey, let's see. So I'm going to say before and after image, split with a split line down the middle. With a thin split line down the middle. On the left, there is an image of an African American woman with acne, scars, and wrinkles. And on the right, the same woman has no acne scars and no wrinkles, just very smooth skin. And let me see what happens if I use her as a character reference. And I'm also going to try it without the character reference as well. So I'm generating these two images. Don't know if it will work. This is the image style that I chose. I really should have made it landscape for something like this, so that it could be wider. But hey, look, it looks like it's giving us something. Let's see if it's giving what it needs to give. So here it lessened her freckles, but it is the same person, okay? She just has, her skin just looks bleached and her freckles look lighter. Here, I don't know. This is just, no. Let me see. This here, I think this could work if it was flipped, which is no issue to flip an image. You just got to take it to an editor. But here you could kind of see more pimples and stuff. And here you see that it got better. So this could be like week 1 and this is like week 2. Very amazing stuff. And this is with using the character reference, by the way. But because she had soap in her picture, that's why you're seeing like these soap blotches here. So I'm actually going to see if there's someone else that I can use. Maybe I can use someone else as a character reference. Maybe I'll try using her as a character reference. So I'm going to go to style. I'm going to go to character. And I'm going to come back here and I'm going to put in that prompt with the before and after. But instead of it being a portrait, I'm going to make it a landscape and I'm going to click on enter. But I like actually how it did this with one face as opposed to the face of it showing two different people. This is so much better. So if you guys are ever interested in creating before and after images for people who have soap companies or soap brands, these are one of the ways that you can promote and do that. So here it is actually doing both, but I like how it's just one image. And I think now it's doing both because it has more space. Here, it was a portrait size image, so it knew it couldn't really squeeze everyone in like that. So this is just way too spread out and looks weird. This one looks amazing. For this right here, I think if we go to the editor tool, maybe if I click on erase, maybe it will erase this, and I'm going to hit submit and close, so it's going to generate that. But aside from that, I think this image looks really good. I just see kind of less freckles or spots on this side. For this image, I think this image is the winner, right? If you want to remove any type of discoloration or spots, this is the before and this is the after. And the same for this as well. These are clearly the same people, except that in one images she has all of these red spots and discoloration on her face, and here she does not. When I came to the editor tool to remove this, it worked. So once I had went to the editor tool, which is under more, and to find this, you go under creative actions. If for any reason you go to creative actions and you don't see this option, editor, all you need to do is click on more options and you check it off. So if you don't have these things checked, you don't have them showing up here at all. So you need to go to more options and you check what you want to see under those creation actions. Clear winner right here. Like, these images look absolutely amazing. This looks amazing. MidJourney doesn't like to create ugliness or ugly people. But what I am going to try to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to use this as a character reference, but instead of having it on standard, I'm going to have it on raw. And that's because, like I mentioned, the raw mode replaces the default aesthetic of some of the MidJourney model versions. So being that I'm putting it on raw mode, it might create those more photorealistic images for me. So I have it on raw mode and I'm going to go ahead and click on submit. And this is all a part of product photography, you guys, because this can be images that you're generating for people who have a soap company or who have a brand. I'm going to do this with the 4:3 aspect ratio, and I'm going to do it with the 3:4 aspect ratio as well, which is the portrait mode. So let's see. This is the raw look. Okay, I dig it. Look at this. You could clearly see that these are like pimples and like some type of bumps or something like that. And then here next to it, you see that the face got better. Look at that. And this is the same person before and after. And this is why it's good to go through that explore tab sometimes, because you start to see these ideas like this one right here and you start implementing them. Sometimes it's not even about the prompt. It's about the vision. It's about what are you trying to achieve? What ideas do people have that you can bring to the table to bring to the customers and clients you're trying to impress, or even to bring to your own table of what you want to do with your brand. So this is it with the 3:4, which I don't really see much of a difference here. I would probably just ask it to retry. If you want to rerun something, you could click on the rerun button and say, hey, try again. You didn't quite get there. But I really liked what it did with this. So you need to play around with the aspect ratios. You need to play around with a few things to kind of like get the desired result that you want. Being that this is an AI, you're never going to get everything 100% with how you want it. But you just kind of have to keep trying and tweaking things a little bit here and there to be able to get the desired result. So here, I'm going to go to the editor tool once again, and I'm going to come here. And where it says on the left, there's an image of an African-American woman. I'm just going to say with acne scars, black dots. I don't know if this is going to work. We're trying it out together. and wrinkles. So I'm going to hit submit, and I'm going to see if it's going to do that in the areas that I highlighted. So I added the term black dots, and let's see what that gives us. It does not give us the black dots at all. So that did not work. It did something, which is just kind of darken here up a bit, but not what I was looking for. It just looks like black, like contouring and stuff like that. But you kind of have to play around with it to kind of get that desired result that you want for the most part. So now the next example that I wanted to do with you guys is sunglasses, right? So sometimes people have sunglasses businesses, or there's different things you could do with the sunglasses. You want to have images of people in sunglasses, and you can kind of use these images for anything. It doesn't necessarily need to be an image for a sunglass company. It could be an image for someone who wants to promote going to the beach, right? But they want to show the sunglasses. That's the step of like getting ready, grab your sunglasses, or, it could be promoting many different things. But for now, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to create a prompt. I'm going to do a pair of sleek sunglasses with shiny black frames and tinted lenses resting on a blanket at the beach. A shadow of a coconut tree falls gently across the sunglasses for a summery. Do they have coconut trees at the beach? I don't know. But hey, for a summery and beachy vibe. Maybe they have palm trees. Do they have palm trees at the beach? I'm not a beach person, so I don't really be going to the beach. But let's do the coconut tree for now. And I'm fine with it being a 3x4. I'm fine with the stylization being at 700. Instead of it being on raw mode, I'm just gonna put it on standard mode, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna submit that prompt and see what we get. Let's see what we got. If you guys are enjoying this live, please get the live to 20 likes. We're currently at 18 likes. Let's get it to 20. Look at this. So it's not resting on the blanket, but that's okay. It's kind of making the sand look like a blanket, but that's okay. This looks nice, right? And for something like this, you may think that the ad is about the sunglasses, but the ad might really be about the trees in LA, like Nene Stone said, the trees in LA and going to the beach. And let's say if there's a name of a beach, like let's say this is Santa Monica Beach or whatever beach, right? Someone can create an ad with a slogan about Santa Monica Beach or whatever beach this is. It could be in the Caribbean, it could be wherever, saying, X, Y, and Z beach, the place where you're so relaxed, you melt into the sand, and all that's left is your sunglasses. I don't know. I'm just like making stuff up. But my whole point is, this is how you kind of create that creative photography for your products. This could be the actual product, or this can be an ad for something else. My Heart and Soul Creation said, hit that like button, no gatekeeping over here. Hit that like button, you guys. We're at 19 likes. Can we please get it to 20 likes? Let's get it to 20 likes. Like My Heart and Soul Creation said, there is no gatekeeping here at all. We don't gatekeep. I'm showing you guys live how to, go about this from beginning to end. I know we have some new people here as well, because some new people have been reaching out to me on Facebook telling me they like the lives and that they've been joining. But you guys, don't be scared, or don't be shy to write in the comments. If you have any questions at all, put it in the comments. If there's anything you want to ask, anything you want to tell anyone, or even if you want to say hi and just let us know that you're here, put it in the comments and engage with us because we are a wonderful community. So this was the example with the sunglasses. Now, remember I told you guys that you can actually search for similar images that has characteristics that your image has. So I clicked on this image that I generated, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over once again to the search bar to see what it will come up with. And when I go on the search bar, I see images of other sunglasses. Some of them are by the beach, some of them are not. This one looks very LA-ish because I see the palm trees and I see the buildings in the background. This looks really nice right here where you see these leopard print sunglasses in the sand. This is just the sunglass by itself against a white background, which looks nice. I think this looks very interesting and this could make for a creative ad. There are a lot of these ads that like look super creative. This could be like, get lost in the fun at, you know, X, Y, and Z beach or whatever. Like you can create an interesting ad out of this. And I actually think I'm going to show you guys how. So one moment, let me open up another tab because I just came up with an idea. And remember, there's no gatekeeping here, you guys. There's no gatekeeping here. So I'm going to go to my tool, my handy dandy tool, ChatGPT. And I'm actually very interested in this image. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And I'm going to drag and drop it into ChatGPT. And basically, I'm going to say, create a funny, creative ad slogan for this image. And I'm going to submit enter and see what it comes up with. It says, see summer like never before. Your ultimate beach day is just a lens away. Interesting. And so see summer like never before. Your ultimate beach day is just a lens away. It's just a sunglasses lens away. All you need to do is grab your sunglasses and you're going to have your ultimate beach day. And you're seeing it like never before because you're in the sunglasses. Let me say, give me more, make it more simple. Sunny days, crystal views, beach vibes through every lens. Okay. See the sand, feel the sun, your gateway in focus, clear lenses, clearer vibes. Catch the wave, frame by frame. How interesting does that sound for an ad concept, for your product photography? Summer, reflected. Okay? Like, this would make for an amazing ad, you guys. I'm telling you, product photography, it's what's winning right now. You can make a lot of money out of it, like I'm saying, because you can take these, you can create you can have like creative ads and actually pitch it to these businesses for their brand and make money that way. Okay? And like I mentioned, when people are asking, how can you do this? Like I mentioned, look at what I'm doing right now. People are watching these YouTube videos and they can see this and they can say, hey, I have a brand or business and I think I want Mel to create the images for me. And they'll reach out to me or they'll go to my website and try to book something or email me and try to discuss something where I can kind of create it for them. And they know I can create it because they watched the live. So that's one option. Number two, like I mentioned, going on Facebook. Some of you guys I know from Facebook. Some of you guys I met on Facebook. And some of you guys I met on YouTube, right? But you're going on the Facebook groups and you're putting in these concepts that you can create, these cool ad concepts, and you're kind of showcasing what you can do to people and the people who are interested in it and the people who want to book you and like the work that you do. You could kind of capture them that way. But then again, like I said, I think the best way is to go to actual businesses. Think up a business, maybe it could be a small business, and take a look at their social media page. See what they're doing and what they're not doing. see how, they're running their business and operations, and you come in and tell them, look, listen, here's how I can improve your social media for you. You're not posting on a daily basis. You don't have images to post. Let me generate these images for you. Okay, I can generate 10 images for you a week, and all you have to do is pay me $50, right? And you're probably wondering to yourself, $50? Like, why would I do this for $50? But how long does it really take you to do it? From the comfort of your home, from your computer, or even your phone. Okay? So you got to kind of think about it that way. And of course, these people are going to jump at it because they're like, ooh, $50. Like, this sounds, too good to be true. But it's not too good to be true. Okay? It's not too good to be true. You can create so many different things. And speaking of creative ad concepts, I kind of want to go into MidJourney once again now and type in creative ad concept and see if something comes up. Because now we're thinking about these different ideas. Like this. This looks interesting. 3 mouths showing gums on billboard. Now, I don't get what this prompt says, but I think this is an interesting ad concept. I think this is an interesting ad concept. They said it's an optical illusion. I don't know how they would do this, but I'm just saying that there are different creative ad concepts that you can even look for inspiration for in MidJourney. So let me put creative ad concept liquor store. I don't know if I'm being too descriptive. And the reason why I looked for liquor store is because I used to do social media management for 2 liquor stores. And I was always like going in there with my camera, taking images. But like at the time, I should have been saying, let me do a creative ad concept for you. Okay? So you can look for ideas here as well. I'm just looking through here. This looks cool, right? Because this is pretty much just saying come in here and just shop for everything. We have everything. That's what I get out of this when I see this. So yeah, these are the different things that you can do. But I really liked the thing that we saw with the 2 people in the sunglasses. That was really cool. But you can also just use ChatGPT to come up with those type of ideas for you, and then you go ahead and you generate it in MidJourney. But I really like the slogan. My favorite slogan was "Summer Reflected," because it's summer and you're in the reflection of those lenses. So that was pretty amazing. Okay, next example is we're going to do, well, actually, before I move on to the next product, let's see these sunglasses on people, right? So I'm going to go to the Explore tab and I'm going to type in woman, woman in sunglasses. Or I should say woman wearing sunglasses or whatever. Let's see what images we get. This looks pretty cool. I like this. So let's say if we were to take this prompt, right? Now, we've been using a lot of these prompts as inspiration, and I haven't been making any much changes to these prompts. But now we're actually going to build on this prompt and make changes to it. So this says African American woman's face with reflective sunglasses on realism. I don't know what on realism means, but I want to use this image as a style reference. That's first of all, right? So I'm going to say product photography, editorial photography, photorealistic 4K image of African American woman's face with reflective sunglasses on, because we can see the reflection. I'm going to say she has deep ebony brown skin, black curly afro hair, let's say red lipstick. The rims of the sunglasses are red. And let's make it a square. This image is a square, so let's make it a square. I'm going to keep my stylization at 700 for now, and I'm going to see if I need to reduce it at any point. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to submit enter. So even though I used that person's prompt as inspiration, I took their one-liner prompt and I changed it to something that has 4 lines to kind of just add more to it. But I am using their image as a style reference. So we're going to see how it looks as a style reference and how it looks without a style reference. So this is the image that we get, and it looks absolutely amazing. You see the red lipstick, you see the curly, red afro, you see the reflection, and you see the red in the rims. And the reason why it doesn't look that photorealistic is probably because of what we use as the style reference. So let's see if the one that we didn't use the style reference for looks more realistic, looks more like a real person. I think this one does. I think this looks more like a real person. I wish the whole glasses wasn't red, but you know what? It's okay because it still looks cute and it actually makes the image look better, in my opinion. Now, what I would probably do is I would come here and maybe I can lower the aesthetic. Maybe I can make it a 200 and maybe I can put it in raw mode. And let's see what that gives us. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit submit. So like I said, it does take about a minute or less to generate the image. And there we go. Let's see. We have this. This looks photorealistic to me. This image looks nice. This looks like someone that I know. Not a celebrity, but an actual person. This image looks nice. This image looks very nice. And so does this image. All of these images look very nice. And we were able to create this with these sunglasses. Now, let's say if someone has like, let me see. I'm looking for images online of an actual sunglasses that might look like this. Let me see. I want to see if we can use an existing sunglasses as like a character reference. So let's say if I were to take a screenshot of this, of an actual sunglasses from Prevailable or whatever the name of this brand is. And let's say if I was to come here and let's say if I was to drag and drop it on into here. And let's say if I wanted to use it as a character reference. And now let's say if I took my prompt and I said product photography, editorial photography, photorealistic 4K image of African American woman's face with, I'm just going to say, sunglasses on. She has deep ebony brown skin, black curly afro, red lipstick. And I'm just going to remove the thing about the rim of the sunglasses being red. And instead of red lipstick, let me just put blue lipstick because this image is type blue. So we will see. I'm going to hit enter. And this is with the character reference. I'm also going to try it with a style reference. And see if we get the result. I don't know if we will, you guys. We're just experimenting, so we'll see. So this is it with the glasses as a character reference, and this is it with the glasses as a style reference. And I think that this looks pretty similar. Okay? You might have to rerun the prompt a bit. I feel like this one is the one that looks the most similar to that image. This is not really that straight, where it's more straight over here. But listen, this is something that you could tweak around with, and if it's already an existing product, this is how you can go ahead and take that product and apply it to the image. You take that product and you apply it to the image. We took the sunglasses that we saw online and we applied it to this image. Let's see if we can find another example of a sunglasses. Let's see this one, because this one looks kind of like different. So let's come over here and let's drag and drop. Drag and drop. And we're going to do a style reference because it seemed like the style reference worked well for this. And I'm going to go ahead and use that text: product photography, editorial photography, photorealistic 4K image of African American woman's face with sunglasses on. She has deep ebony brown skin, even though she doesn't here, but it's okay. Um, Curly black curly afro hair, blue lipstick. And I'm going to hit submit. And I'm going to try it also as a character reference. And I'm going to try it as the last reference here, which is like this image. It's going to take like a prompt of that image and create a reference off of it. So we're going to see these three different options. So these are the different glasses as a style reference. Does it kind of look like the glasses? I don't know. This one, I feel like this kind of looks like it, but we're not in woman anymore. This looks like a man because it is a man. So those glasses, let me see. Let's take a look at those glasses again. Not really getting the exact image we want, but I guess we're getting something similar in style. I feel like this kind of looks a little bit close to it, just because it doesn't have the rim at the bottom of the glasses. But you can keep playing around with it. This one was a style reference. Let me rerun that and see if we can get something better. Or maybe if I had other images of those glasses from another angle, like here, maybe we can use this as a reference as well. So you can add more than one image as a reference. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And I'm gonna drag and drop. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. So we're gonna use it as a style reference. We're gonna use this as a style reference as well, and we're gonna use the same prompt, and we're gonna see what we get. So when I reran it, I do think these results are a little bit better. This looks better in the result. So does this, in my opinion. But to me, it's close enough. All right. It's you kind of get the gist of where it's going. I do think these glasses are super unique. So for a more basic pair of glasses, it would probably work better. This is me using two different references for that glasses. And I think this right here is really good as well. This is how you generate special images, you guys. This is how you generate special images. You can use outside factors like Google, Pinterest, and all of these things to gather other images and use them as style references. You don't only need to be using the images that you see in MidJourney on the Explore tab as style references. And that's why I'm telling you, when these people are posting these things online, you don't know where these images are coming from. Just because they didn't get it from MidJourney, they could have gotten it from Google. Just the same way you saw me come here on Google, type in sunglasses, and take this image from, this company or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to see this image and you're going to be like, wow, cool. This person is creative. Yeah, they're creative, but they're not showing you the process. Sometimes we need something from the outside, and it could have been an image of something they saw in a store and they took a picture of it and dragged and dropped it into MidJourney. It could have been an image of something they saw on Google and dragged and dropped it into MidJourney. And that's what I'm saying. Don't ever let anyone discourage you or make you feel like you're not creative enough or that you can't do it, because this is something that is very, very simple. This is not hard at all. And I showed you the step by step with no gatekeeping whatsoever of how we started from the beginning and what the end result was. Very simple work. Very simple work. Okay? You just gotta have some patience, because AI is not perfect. But in this hour and 44 minutes that we have spent together today, look at these wonderful images that we were able to create. Look at all these variations of sunglasses that we have. We have these. We had the nice red sunglasses. We had the black sunglasses. We had the sunglasses on the beach. We had the images of the girl with her before and after, with the acne or the freckles and stuff like that. You know, we have the girl with the soap and we fixed her finger because her finger looked funny, so we used the editor tool. We had more images of the soap stuff. We had images with these suds. Remember I said we can create, this could be a creative ad? I was just saying this. Let me take a screenshot of that and let me drag and drop it into ChatGPT. And I'm going to say the same thing. Create a funny and creative ad slogan for this image. And this is an image that we created on accident, okay? So let's see what it says. Luxurious lather fit for royalty because your glow deserves a crown. It's basically to me saying that, like, this is the crown. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't understand what it says, you can say, break down what this means. It says the slogan luxurious lather fit for royalty because your glow deserves a crown or deserves a crown combines imagery, humor, and luxury to convey the essence of the image. Luxurious lather, I'm getting like tongue tied. Luxurious lather refers to the rich foam or bubbles shown in the image, emphasizing indulgence and high quality care, like a luxurious bath or skincare product. Fit for royalty suggests that the product or experience is so extravagant and refined that it could suit a king, queen, or any royal figure. It aligns with the ornate gold background in the image, which evokes grandeur and elegance. Because your glow deserves a crown, that part connects the image of the glowing, radiant skin of the person in the foam with the idea of a crown, reinforcing a theme of self-care and empowerment. It flatters the user by suggesting their beauty and radiance are regal and deserving a celebration. Okay, I can say, give me a few more examples that don't involve luxury. Bubble up and let your worries float away. When self care becomes an art form, I like that. Lather, rinse, repeat because life's too short for boring baths because this image looks very fun. Foam like you mean it. Wash away the day, pure bliss, bottle and bubble. So many things. Let the bubbles do the talking. There's so many things where you can get these images and you can create these ad slogans for them and sell them to people. Not even just selling them to people. There are people out there who want to run ads for their products and might want to, create an ad like this, which would captivate someone's attention. If I saw this, I would click on it. And imagine clicking on this and then you go ahead and click on their website and you see a wonderful Shopify website because, like I said, your website matters. Your website matters, but this could be that image that will get people to go to the ad. This is that image that is going to drive people to your product, to your website. And you can provide that service for other people as well. You could do it for yourself or you could do it for someone else. I'm pretty sure someone's going to ask me to do it for them. And there you go. Profit. I keep dropping my phone, guys, if you keep hearing this slam. Because I get into so much of what I'm saying that, like, my hands are just, like, flying everywhere. Like, I talk with my hands. So, sorry for the noise if you heard it. But, yeah, someone's going to come to me and say, hey, Mel, I want to book your services. Profit. It's the same way someone can come to you. Hey, My Heart and Soul Creations. Hey, Barbie doll. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Nini. I want to come to you. I want you to create this for me. Profit. And how long did it take us to create? Because, like I said, we were just going over how we were on the live for about an hour and 45 minutes and talking about all the images we created. Look at all of this that we've created. And guess what? If I wasn't talking you through them and explaining them to you, this would have been done in such a shorter amount of time. So that's what I'm saying. Don't worry too much about what you're going to price people. It's okay to get at a lower price point because it literally just takes minutes, you guys. It takes minutes to create these images. I'm not gatekeeping. I'm showing you the process and how I do it, which is why we've been here for an extended period of time. But it takes minutes to do this. In 1 minute, you can make $50. In 1 minute, you can make $100. In one day, you can make $1,000. But in order to do that, you have to put yourself out there. You have to invest in the tools, and you have to be willing to experiment. We took simple prompts. We got these extraordinary images, like that soap bubble one, and we were able to create an ad concept out of it. And that's not even what we intended to do in the beginning. Okay? All we asked for was for suds to cover her face and shoulders. Those suds started covering her head. But the image looked so cool, you know what I'm saying? That we asked for that creative ad slogan, and ChatGPT can help you with that. Okay? Simple enough for you guys? All right. So we're at 21 likes. Let's try to get this live to 25 likes. I am going to do some more examples because I do want to cover as much as possible that we can. So the next example that I wanted to do was for a lipstick brand, right? So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to type in a glossy lipstick tube with intricate details like gold accents or embellishments set on a velvet fabric. Surrounded with pearls, a compact mirror, and a delicate flower like a rose. I definitely spelled mirror wrong. I'm going to fix that. For a luxurious feel. Square, okay, I'm cool with the square. Stylization's at 200. Let's bump it up to 700. Instead of raw, let's put it on standard. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to submit that prompt and see what it comes up with for me. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay. This is cute. This looks really nice. Now, let me tell you something else, right? When it comes to product photography. Let's say if someone is starting a brand, they want to do a lipstick brand, since we're in the lipstick example, but they want their lipstick to stand out. You can create these concepts for them with your prompts and say, hey, you want to create a luxurious lipstick line? Here are some concepts I've come up for you. And I guarantee you they can find someone who can design this for them. People, especially when they do drop shipping or when they're doing custom items, the sites like Alibaba, those sites like, you can find different vendors. You show them what you want and they'll create that for you. But you can create that image for someone. You can create that plan. You can create that concept for them. Look at this. This is cute with the butterfly. I love butterflies. So cute. Got this. This looks so cute. And you got this. Now, I don't know how this would work with those pearls on the top because, hello, once you put it on your lips, like, this, I would go to the editor tool probably. Try to erase it, see what happens. Let me make my brush smaller. Let me click on submit and press close and see what happens. Okay. Once I went to the editor tool and did that, it removed it. It removed the pearls. So there are small things that you can do to edit the image. Okay? And not touch anything else. Isn't this an amazing image? Too cute. It is cute. It is too cute. And it's too easy to do this as well. It's super easy. And that's why I'm telling you, there is profit, there is money when it comes to product photography, because these are the type of images that people want for their brand and their business. If I see someone post something like this, I'm going to say, I want to buy that. Okay? I'm going to buy that. But if I see some SHITTY image, I'm going to be like, I don't want to buy that. You know what I'm saying? So, yep. Now, let's say if we want to see the shades of lipstick on the lips, right? Now, let's go on over to the Explore tab. And let's put like, I don't know, purple lipstick on lips. And we have some images here. We have this image. It looks really nice. This image looks really nice. So now with this, you're not actually seeing the bar of lipstick. You're seeing the color of the lipstick on the client's lips, client cam. You know, for a business to take an image like this, what do you think they have to pay for? Let's say if you have a lipstick business, now you have to pay for the models, okay? You pay the models. You pay the makeup artist, because clearly this girl has makeup on. You have to cover the cost of the lipsticks used, right? Because once you used it on these people, you can't sell it. You got to pay the photographer. You got to pay for the photography studio probably, right? Studio space or location. Transportation. I'm just writing down all of the things here that someone would have to pay for to probably get this image, right? So we said they paid for the model because you got to pay her to take the image. You're paying for the makeup artist because she got makeup on. You're paying for the cost of lipstick because the lipsticks that you have, you now have to use them on the model, okay? So you can't sell that lipstick. So if your lipstick costs $30, that's $30 down the drain. Times 10, because maybe you want to do 10 lipsticks, that's $300 down the drain that you could have made, right? Because I'm sure the production cost is cheaper, but you could have made that $300, but instead you put it towards doing this. You got to pay for the photographer. The photographer most likely won't be cheap if you want a really good photographer. Studio space and location if the photographer doesn't have a studio space or location. But let's hope that they do, but it doesn't matter in this case. And transportation, whether that's you putting gas in your car or your vehicle to get there, or the photographer putting gas in their car to come to you. All of these things cost, okay? And the money can get really high when you add all of this up. But with $10 a month, guess what? You can do this on MidJourney.
Correct answer.
Okay? You can do this on MidJourney. Do you want to pay a photographer for this?
Wrong answer.
Do you want to do this on MidJourney?
Correct answer.
Okay. So we're going to do it on MidJourney, but guess what? We also going to get paid for it, right? We're going to make this profitable. Why? Because we're going to add it to our portfolio and show the businesses and show the brands that's what we want to do. We're going to show up online, whether that's showing up on Instagram, whether that's showing up on Facebook, whether that's showing up on YouTube, or hey, I don't know if TikTok is going to be around, but whether that's showing up on TikTok as well. We're going to show up, we're going to show what we can do, and the clients are going to come running. Because who would want to pay $1,000 for what I just told you for these professional images, aside from when it comes to the makeup artist, the transportation, the photographer, when they could actually pay you less, and all you paid was $10 a month. And that $10 a month, how many clients you think you're getting in that month? Not one, but even if you did get one, even if you charge someone $200 for this service, all it cost you was $10. You still made a $190 profit. And that's my point. That's my point right there. Okay? So now we're going to take a look at this prompt. So this says up close shot of a mixed race model wearing a single swatch of liquid lipstick on a white background in a magenta pink purple shade on a white background. They're saying white background a lot, but that's cool. Matte texture, no shine, very detailed, realistic features, shot with a Canon camera raw footage. And I'm just going to take this whole prompt and I am going to hit, let me see what my settings are. 1-to-1. We can do 4x5. We want to post this on Instagram so people can see what we can do and hire us, okay? 4x5, and I'm going to hit submit. I'm going to hit submit. Now, before I go look at it, let's look for some more examples. I think this looks interesting. The bottom of her teeth look like they're made with diamonds. Okay. Let's say if we were to take this style, let's say if we were to take this prompt, and let's just hit enter. We'll see what that looks like. This looks interesting, okay? Yeah, you would be paying a photographer big bucks if you wanted them to come and bring their special lighting and take this picture for you. All right? The editing they would have to do. The lighting, okay? Look at this. This is bomb. If I saw something like this, okay, we're going to take a screenshot of this, right? We're going to go to ChatGPT. We're going to drag and drop. And I'm going to say, create a, I don't know if it's going to create a sexy slogan for this lipstick based on this image. I don't know how ChatGPT feels about the word sexy, but we're about to find out. Okay. Turn heads, leave marks, lipstick that speaks desire. Give me something better. Unstoppable, unforgettable, unapologetically you. Now, it's not a sexy slogan. I didn't expect it to give me a sexy slogan because, hey, AI, whatever, certain words, whatever. I'm trying to think. Make the ad. Okay, I said slogan, right? Give me a creative ad concept slogan for this. Include the look and the color. Make it sound promiscuous. Promiscuous. I don't even know how to spell promiscuous. Promiscuous. Cute. No, promiscuous. Can something be promiscuous and funny? I'm just going to say make it sound promiscuous. Purple haze, bold gaze, kiss temptation in every shade. Mmm. Mmm. I smell money. I smell money. Because guess what? I see purple haze, bold gaze, and kiss temptation in every shade when it comes to this picture. And guess where this picture was created? MidJourney. Where was the slogan for this ad created in? ChatGPT. And how much are you going to pay a photographer to come do this for you? Yeah. Okay. I don't know about you, because let's say this is for your own brand or business. I'd rather just pay $10 and I could create 200 of these images, okay, for my $10 plan, as opposed to taking my money, my hard-earned money, and giving it away to the photographer. Then when you create this, you can go ahead and you can take that money that you would have spent for the photographer and put it towards advertisement. Put it toward paid ads, because guess what? If someone sees this image, they're clicking on it. If you saw this image, you would click on it. Okay? All right, let's see what we created. So this one says up close shot of a mixed race model wearing a single swatch of liquid lipstick on a white background in a magenta, pink, purple shade on a white background, matte texture, etc., etc. So that was the prompt that we took, and this is what it created. I think this looks very nice. I think it looks very realistic. We're at 25 likes, guys. Let's get it up to 30 likes for the live. If you feel like this live is motivational, if you feel like it's inspirational, if you feel like you're learning something, please like the live. Like the live if you are learning. Okay? So this image looks really good. This image looks very nice as well. Okay? You would have paid mad money for the makeup artist to do this when MidJourney could have done it for you. These look interesting as well. So what I was trying to get out of this was that whole teeth situation. I don't think I'm going to be able to find that image again. I'm probably not going to find that image again. Woman wearing lipstick. But I thought it was cool that like the bottom of her teeth kind of looked like diamonds or something. But I should have used it as a, I was thinking about it, but I should have used it as a style reference. Let me put diamond teeth or something, so I could have that image. Okay, there are others. This looks really scary, but this looks interesting. This looks like a choking hazard, but it's interesting. But yeah, there are people doing this, okay? Look at this. There are people doing this. Imagine if this was an ad for a braces company, right? Let's take a screenshot of this. Let me put it in GPT, ChatGPT. Let me drag and drop. Make a slogan to make this an ad for a braces company. Because when I see that, I think of braces. Sparkle through every smile. Braces that shine bright as you do. Okay, these are not actual braces though, but I want to promote a braces company. So make the slogan better aligned with the actual company. I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to find the right slogan. Sometimes you gotta, write stuff to try to get the right idea and fit of what you're trying to get. Let's see. ChatGPT's taking his time. It's like, I gotta think about this, Mel. Go ahead, ChatGPT. Think. Let me copy this in case I lose the prompt, because ChatGPT is still thinking. I don't know what ChatGPT is thinking about. Let me refresh the page, because ChatGPT is trying to embarrass me on this live. Talking about error. What error? Okay. Straighten your smile, dazzle your style, where braces meet brilliance. I like it. I like it. Here goes the ad concept for braces, because you want to straighten your smile, but you want to dazzle your style. And you're dazzling the style, with the braces. Okay? That's how you do it. So all of these are things here. We talked about braces, but we were talking about lipstick. But all of these are images that you can generate to promote, whether you're promoting a lipstick company, whether you're promoting a grill company with diamonds. There's different ad concepts that you can create, and you can use ChatGPT to help you. But as you can see here, like, I like this because her lips matches her nails. I don't know what they're selling in this picture, you know, but hey, the picture looks fire, okay? And you can use this for product photography. You can use this for ads. You can use this for all type of things. And I feel like starting a company right now just so I could create these creative images and have ads for them. So let's go back here really quick. And we did use these by looking for concepts in the Explore tab, but we're going to further refine our search by searching here from within the image and see what else they got. What else can inspire us? This looks really nice. We're at 26 likes, you guys. We're at 26 likes. Let's get it to 30 likes. And also, don't forget to use code JCFAM for 50% off the entire site. This code is only active during the live. After this live is over, the code will be gone, you guys. After the live is over, the code will be gone. So make sure you take advantage of it. We have a lot of special services, the growth session, the logos, the brand promo, account setup service, a masterclass for Canva, fully customizable Shopify website, the YouTube thumbnail design, YouTube monetization session, because I am monetized and I can help you get monetized too. It only took me 2 months to get monetized on YouTube. Only 2 months. And all it took was consistency, but I have the roadmap and I have the plan for you and I can help you get there, but you need to be consistent. Master MidJourney. This is the MidJourney AI personalized class. And of course, the custom AI visuals for your brand. And like I mentioned, with code JCFAM, all of these courses and all of these services and products get cut in half. And it's the same thing for the stock images as well, and everything else that is on this website. I do have one ebook. I do need to add more. I have more. I just haven't had time. But this ebook is actually about mastering your home photography studio, because I used to be a photographer. I was doing photography for a minute, and I'm actually gonna find a picture for you guys as we're doing this. And this is why I know how much money people are charging for people to get photographers. Now, if I want to promote my photography services and get people to purchase, of course they absolutely can, because I actually wasn't doing product photography. I was doing photography of people. So if it was their birthday, if it was their wedding, if they just wanted to take pictures just because, I was taking those images. And I'm going to show you, I'm taking screenshots on my phone right now so that I can airdrop it and show you an example. I actually archived this page because I just didn't have the time for it anymore. But I know how much photography costs because I used to do it, and it will cost you an arm and a leg, especially when you can just kind of reduce those costs if you're doing it for products. I'm just airdropping a quick screenshot of my old IG, so that I can show you guys the photography. And what I wanted to show you guys and highlight about this ebook is that, as you can see, it says master your home photography studio. So even though I was out there taking images for people at their weddings, I mentioned that people were taking images for their birthday as well. And the people who were taking their birthday images, they were taking it in my living room. So with this ebook right here, it shows you the tools. It's going to tell you the tools that I use, the camera that I use, the backdrops that I use. All right. It's from setting up the backdrops, from learning what lighting equipment you need, how to get the clients. It just kind of equips you with the basic knowledge if you are interested in photography, on how to do all of those things. And here's an example of some of these images. This is just like a screenshot. So, and I was taking it from my archives from my phone, so some of it is cut off. But this image, you can't see it properly, but it's an actual amazing, beautiful image. That image was taken from my living room, okay? This image was taken from my living room. This image was taken from my living room. This image was taken from my living room. Living room, living room. I did an ad for an underwater, like a waterproof watch, and I actually used a fish tank. I really wish I could show you guys the video. It was really cool. Living room, living room, living room, living room. You don't know this is in my living room. This, you could probably tell it was in my living room. Okay? This was in the living room. This was in the living room. This was in the living room. I think this is the same thing. Yeah. Okay, you can see the image of this better here. Living room, living room, living room, headshots in the living room, okay? And you would never know that. You would think that this would be at a photography studio. I had the backdrops. The ebook tells you where to buy the backdrops. I had everything. And as you can see here, it says the June creation right here. Right here. All right, because that is what I was doing during the pandemic. Okay, so that's enough about that. I just wanted to show you guys a little glimpse of what my background is when it comes to photography, and why when I tell you these things, I'm not just speaking just to speak, I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from the knowledge that I've had over the past decade with doing these things. So definitely use the discount code JCFAM 50% off for these services. I promise you, you know, I'm a very qualified professional when it comes to this. So you are in good hands. Now back to the tutorial. So we are looking for some more options when it comes to the lips, the lipstick colors, right? I think this is the one that we had used as a reference before. I really like this. This looks really nice. And this says close up frontal angle portrait photo of a young glamorous woman with bold eyebrows and bold big pink lips, black background. Now if we were to take this prompt and we were to take this style, so as you can see, this aspect ratio says AR space 2 to 3. Let me explain to you how this works really quick, right? So any command that you want to put on an image, you have to put dash dash or hyphen hyphen AR, which is the command, aspect ratio space 2 to 3. So 2 to 3 is the aspect ratio of a 2 by 3. But this is the format you have to put it in. Hyphen hyphen AR, no space. You put the space between the command and the value. If that space is not there, it's not going to work. So I want to show you this because this says hyphen hyphen AR space 23, but as you can see here, in my default settings it says 4 to 5, but if I do this, it is going to override my default settings, and it's no longer going to be a 4 to 5 image, but it is going to be a 2 to 3 image. Deshaun Gales, thank you for being in the live. Deshaun Gale said, photo knowledge with MidJourney is key. Your images are fire. Thank you so much. Photo knowledge is very important, you guys. I have that knowledge in photography because I was a photographer. I still am a photographer, but I've kind of just shifted my brand and my business to using AI to teach you guys because, listen, I've been out in the field or in my living room taking those images for years. So now I figured that it was just time to come back and take things in a different direction. So this is what we got here, a close-up frontal angle portrait photo of a young glamorous woman with bold eyes, bold pink lips, and a black background. Now, we did not put any emphasis on what her race is, which is why it is showing us, we use this African American woman as a style reference, but it's showing us someone else of a different skin tone. And that's because we did a style reference. Now, if I were to take this and make it a character reference, it would probably give me an African American woman. So let me go ahead and submit that with those same settings in terms of the aspect ratio. And let's see if it gives us an African American woman because we are going to use it as a character reference. So there's no mention of race in the prompt at all. We're just seeing what it gives us. There we go. And these images look amazing. Now, you might say to yourself, why does it look like this? That's because my stylization is at 700. That's why it's like so defined, kind of, because some of my settings, the only settings that were overwritten was the aspect ratio. But if I was to use the same character reference, use the text, use that aspect ratio, but if I come over here and I bring my stylization down to maybe 250 and put this in raw mode, the image will look different. So let's do that. Now we have a style of raw instead of standard, a stylization of 250 instead of 700, and we'll keep the aspect ratio at 2 to 3. Okay, a little bit less of an aesthetic, still kind of an aesthetic there. Image still looks nice though, but I feel like it doesn't look photorealistic enough. So to kind of add that photorealistic look to it, I think I would look for an image that looks a little bit more photorealistic, maybe this one. And I would add this as a character reference as well. I will continue to use this as a character reference. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to drop my stylization down to 100, which is the default. I'm going to keep this at raw. I'm going to take this text and I'm going to say close-up frontal angle portrait photo of a young, glamorous African American woman with bold eyebrows and bold pink lips, black background. And let's see what that gets us. And you'll notice that even though I put the stylization at 100, you don't see the button here because 100 is the default stylization in MidJourney. So you'll see it when I say 250, you'll see it when I put it at 700, but 100 is the absolute default, so that is why you don't see it. It's the default. So if I were to reset these settings, like right here, if I were to click on reset, whatever, it would just always reset to 100. So this is what we got. I think this is a little bit better. Looks a little bit more, natural to me. It's taking some of this the image of the first character reference I put, and just combining. What it's combining with the images is just the bold makeup of the second character, but it's actually taken on the purple lipstick as opposed to the pink lipstick. Okay? All right. So the next example that I want to do actually is a t-shirt mock-up. So before we get into the t-shirt mock-ups, I do want to take a 1-minute water break. I need some water. I've been yapping on and on for like 2 hours and a half, and I'm sure someone probably wants to run and get coffee, cough, cough, Barbie doll, or if you guys want to run and get water. So I'm just going to pause for 1 minute so that I can go get some water. Make sure you are subscribed, and we'll be back in 1 minute. All right, and we are back. I hope you guys were able to grab a cup of water. Thank you, My Heart and Soul Creation, for letting us everyone know we're on a break because I actually was so thirsty that I forgot to write that. But we're back and we're gonna continue. So let's get back to the tutorial. Let me get to the tutorial page. Okay, so here we are again on MidJourney. Now, let's see. I want to do t-shirt mock-up. So let me go to the create page, and I'm gonna type a t-shirt laid flat on a wooden surface, styled with complementary items like a pair of jeans, sneakers, and a watch for a lifestyle vibe. All right, so image size, let me do square. Stylization, let's go back to 700 and see. I'm going to put it in standard, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to submit that. Now, while I'm submitting that, this is the prompt that I just added myself. I am actually going to go to the Explore tab, and I'm just going to type in t-shirt mockup and see what they got for me. Show me what you got. All right, so they got this white t-shirt mock-up here, illustration 3D for shirt, white color isolated. Let me do blue t-shirt mock-up, right? Because we've been doing pink this, purple that. Let's do some blue. All right, here's a blue t-shirt mock-up right here, bright blue t-shirt for mock-up. And for these, it's really simple, where you could really just take the prompt and you could take the style. And it's going to create something very similar, because this is very plain. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you can do that. I'm going to say woman, or let me say man. I've been using a lot of woman example. Man in blue t-shirt mock-up. And you can see the different things here. And if you have t-shirts like this, so this says tight shot of a guy wearing a plain blue t-shirt, showing the top part of the shirt between the neck and the shoulder. And if I want to use the prompt in that style, and submit. And the point of this is, sometimes, you know, we go on these websites and we know that this person is using Printify or Printful or one of these drop shipping sites. They have the same models, okay? Every single time. So with something like this, you can kind of finesse it and add your design to it. Photoshop might need to be involved a little bit if it doesn't get that perfect look. But usually you can just drop something like this into Canva, throw your logo or throw your design on it, mess with the opacity a little bit, to try to get it to, you know, take form of that mock-up. So I'm going to show you guys something really cool. Let me use this guy as an example. All right, so this says royal blue t-shirt mock-up blackmail. And I'm going to use the prompt, but I'm also going to use this as a character reference and a style reference, because I like this image and I want it to be as close to this image as possible. And I'm going to show you something cool. So I'm generating this prompt, right? But now let's go to the create tab. And okay, the first thing we created was the one that I wrote, where I said a t-shirt laid flat on a wooden surface. I spelled surface wrong, but it's okay. This knows what I'm talking about. Styled with complementary items like a pair of jeans, sneakers, and a watch for a lifestyle vibe. So it even took it a step further by adding plants and other stuff, right? So let's take a look at this image. So this is what it created. I see the watch, I see the sneakers, I see a piece of what a jean is supposed to be. Okay, but you could actually rerun this until you get your desired result. So I would actually probably rerun this and see what else it gives me. But then let's come here. This says bright blue t-shirt for mock-up. Okay, here we go. We got the bright blue t-shirts for mock-up. This says tight shot of a guy wearing a plain blue t-shirt, showing the top part of the t-shirt between the neck and the shoulder. There you go. You got the different mock-ups of that. You could just add your logo here. Boom, right? This is the one that we use the style and character, the style reference and character reference for. Now, he looks weird, but the image looked weird to begin with because it wasn't an actual image that was realistic looking, but I didn't care about that. What I wanted to do was I wanted to show you guys something. Let's say if someone says to you, hey, also my heart and soul creation says the shoes look weird. to her too. Yeah, sometimes it's weird. And Barbie doll is back. She probably went and got some coffee from Starbucks at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because she is in London. She's in the UK. Not London, but the UK. All right. So let's say if someone comes to you and say, "Hey, my heart and soul creations. Hey, Barbie doll. I want to pay you to create a mock-up for these t-shirts for me, and I don't want it to look like the Printify and Printful mock-ups. However, I want to use the same model, and I want the shirt to be a blue shirt, a pink shirt, and a white shirt." Okay? I'm going to come here. I'm going to go to the editor tool, and I'm going to start erasing. Now, I actually should have used another example because this says royal blue, but let's see what happens. So I'm going to cover the shirt like so. Let's get some coverage here. I'm going to cover the whole thing, but the only thing I'm covering is the shirt. And where it says royal blue, I'm mad that the blue is two colors. I should have used another example. I'm going to put pink. And I'm going to submit. Then I'm going to put, I don't know what other color I said. I think I said white. I'm going to submit. Let's do yellow. Submit. And let's close this. Let's see if this works. So it was blue. This is the blue. Okay. It's not working, but I'm about to make it work. I don't know why it's not working. I think it's not working because it said royal blue, and that's why I didn't want royal blue. Or maybe it's because we're using references, but okay, we're about to do this over again, right? I'm going to say blue t-shirt mock-up because you guys, this works. MidJourney is just trying to embarrass me right now, but I'm about to embarrass it back. So blue t-shirt mock-up, African American male, standing in the New York City streets. Okay. And let me hit enter. I promise you, this works. MidJourney is just trying to embarrass me. Shout out to Marie in the comments saying amazing job. Shout out to My Heart and Soul Creations. Okay, so now we're getting our image. Now let's try this again. Okay? Okay. Let's take this image. Let's go to the editor tool. Let's try this again. Let's cover up the blue. Ain't no way MidJourney is trying to embarrass me while I'm promoting people to purchase a MidJourney plan. Promoting them to people. Cray cray. Okay. So where it says blue, I'm going to put yellow. I'm going to submit. Where it says yellow, I'm going to put pink. I'm going to submit. Where it says pink, I'm going to put white. All right, I'm starting to see it work. You see it on the side? I'm going to submit. What else? What other color do I want? I don't know. Red. Submit. Okay. So now I'm going to close it. And what do we see here? We see the same person. This is the person. No, this right here. This is the person we used. This guy right here with the dreads, with the baby dreads, with the baby locks, and his blue shirt, standing in the Manhattan street. And here he is again, standing in the same street, but now his shirt is yellow. And hey, he even got a chain on. Here he is again, but now his shirt is pink. Wrinkled, in some images, but nonetheless, the color of his clothes has changed. Here he is in the white shirt, here he is in the red shirt. Someone said, let's do green. We can do green. So let me go back to the image. Let me go to the editor. Let me hit erase. This is not even the original image, but it doesn't even matter. As long as the color, the trick is the color has to be in the prompt. So the issue with the other image, I think, is because it said royal blue. If it had just said blue, I think it would have worked. But I called that out before I even did it, because once I saw that the color was too, unique, I was like, don't know if this is going to work. So let's do green. I'm not going to do army green because I don't know if that's going to flip this thing out all over again. Let's do green. And all right, I'm going to try army green, but I'm going to put the word together. I'm not going to separate the word. And I'm going to hit submit. So let me close that and see what that gives us. So this is green, and let me see if this gives us army green. Yep. Just put the words together. Don't separate the words so it doesn't confuse the AI. So that is an army green. This is an army green color. Okay, same guy. And this is just green. Green. So if you want to put something that has similar color, combine the words together. I would say combine the words together to get the desired results. Yay! So that is how you do the t-shirts, okay? I do think I want to do one more example, and the example that I want to do is a favorite of some people's, especially the women, are the lace front wigs. So I actually did this on a live the other day, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but we're just going to go over it again. And this time I'm going to take you guys to the Explore page, and we're going to type in lace front wig. And the reason why I am bringing this up again is because we're talking about profits. We're talking about product photography and profits. And as an African American woman, the amount of people buying wigs, including me, is insane. It is a booming business, okay? I have a whole bunch of them, all right? And, you can have hair and have wigs. It's just a preference sometime, so that we don't have to bother with doing our hair. But whether you're selling the wig or whether you're buying the wig, whenever you're getting these wigs, you want to trust the website. And like I mentioned, a part of the trust is how well put together the website is and how well the images look. If you're selling, let's say if you sell wigs, and let's say if you have a vendor in China, right? Because that's where most of these wigs come from. Imagine if you're selling these different wigs. Imagine if you're selling this blonde wig, you're selling this black wig, you're selling this loose curl wig. You would have to get a sample for every single one. How much would that sample cost you, and when would those wigs get here? But most importantly, how much would it cost you to get those samples, unpackage it, put it on a mannequin head? You got to get the mannequin head. You don't want it to look like the crusty mannequin heads at the beauty supply store. You want it to look cute. You want the mannequin heads to look cute like this, okay? You want the mannequin heads to look cute like this. You don't want to see them crusty mannequin heads that you see at the store that look creepy, okay? I'm going to show you an example. You guys, I'm the queen of examples. Because when I go to the store, I be seeing mannequin heads that look like this. I'm not buying it. I be seeing stuff that look like this. I be seeing mannequin heads that look like this. You might see a mannequin head that looks like this, okay? These are the mannequin heads that you see at the store. They look ugly, okay? I'm sorry, but they do. This is ugly. These are ugly. Now look at this ugly mannequin head. Okay, I don't even know what this is. Who did this? This is a vintage female mannequin head from the 1960s. This looks insane. Okay, but I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this because even if the wig looks nice, which this wig does not look nice, but even if it did, if it was on this mannequin head, I wouldn't want to buy it. You know which one I would buy? I would buy the one that looks like this. I will buy the one that looks like this. Or the one that looks like this, right? Everyone's laughing at the ugly mannequin heads. The mannequin heads were, it wasn't given. Okay? This mannequin head is giving. This is cute. The hair look cute too. Okay? So now what we would do is we can take one of these images. So let's say if we took, I like all of these images. All right, let's do this one. And let's say if we were to take this prompt, for this one, I would have to just take the prompt, take the style, use it as a style reference and a character reference because there's not enough information to me on this prompt. And I want it to look like this as much as possible. So they also spelled mannequin wrong, but that's okay. HD lace front wig on in turquoise on mannequin. So I'm gonna go ahead and you see how non-detailed this prompt is. You know why you can kind of get something like this without all these details? I'm telling you, there are some images that you can get from other places and use them as references, but people are just not letting you know that. They're not entitled to let you know that. They're entitled to do whatever they want. But I'm telling you, don't let anyone make you feel wrong for using certain things as prompts references or image references because that is what they are doing. They're just not telling you. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and we are going to check our settings first. Actually, I'm going to keep it at 700. I'm going to keep it. Let me do a 4x5 because I want it to have space. We're going to do the 4x5. We're going to keep it at standard. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to submit. And before I actually go to it, let me stay on this page still because I want to do a few more examples. So which one did I say I also liked? I had really liked this one. I really like this one. This says 3 hair wigs. A long deep wave lace front wig with a hip hop theme, a Brazilian black colored wig, and a realistic hair photo shoot with a beautiful African-American woman mannequin head on display against a white background. I think these look really nice, so I'm going to use the prompt and I'm going to use the style. I'm not going to use the character reference. Let's use the prompt and style. See how it goes. I'm going to remove this aspect ratio because I want to keep my aspect ratio. And I'm going to hit submit. And we're just going to do a few more examples that we're going to submit. I really like this with the half up, half down. 3 mannequins of beautiful light-skinned black women with long hair extensions for a photo shoot with airbrush realistic lace front wigs on their head against a natural background. They probably used an image reference for this because there's nothing here that indicates that the hair is half up and half down. So they had an image of a hair that was half up and half down. They had an image of a hairstyle and they used it. But like I told you guys, people are not gonna let you know what their process is, which is why I'm telling you what the process is. I'm going to take this and I'm going to use it as a character reference. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit submit. And let's just do one more. Let's keep looking. I like this. Light brown mannequin head with a white blonde hair, wearing makeup on the face, white background, wearing a wig stand with very long 30-inch wavy lace frontal wig with baby hair edges. This is just talking a whole lot of stuff, but it's not even really 100% matching the image because once again, like I said, people can take images from anywhere and just use it as a reference. So I'm just going to use the prompt and I'm not going to use this as a reference. And I'm going to submit enter and we're going to go to the create tab and see what this has been brewing up for us. So this mannequin looked like she had bad Botox and plastic surgery. Okay. But it's okay. There are other images. I think this one looks okay in my opinion. You can tweak it a bit. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to use it as a style reference as opposed to a, hold on one second. I'm using it as a style reference as opposed to a style and character reference. So we're going to redo that one. This one was the one where we said it had 3, but we used it as a style reference. We didn't use it as a character reference. So if we use this as a character reference, I think it's going to show us 3 characters. So I'm going to hit submit on that one. This one actually did give us 3 because we use it as a character reference and not a style reference. And I think these images look very amazing. Now, will these need to get cropped? Yes, because this is showing mannequin chest or whatever. But hey, if that's how you want to promote it, you can do that as well. You know, hey, you do what you want to do with your images. I think this looks really nice because they also added the fake eyelashes to the mannequin, which kind of gives it this cute mannequin-y real look. Because ideally, let's say if an African American woman wanted to buy this wig, usually when people buy these type of wigs, they also like to have their makeup done, their eyelashes. So just seeing this as a reflection of what they want to look like, but seeing it on a mannequin, to me, would prompt them to want to buy this wig. This looks nice as well. And so does this. This is given Evie Eve. I feel like this looks like Eve right here on the right. But hey, I don't know. Barbie doll will tell us because Barbie doll knows all the celebrities. So Barbie doll, let me know if you think this looks like Eve, the rapper, Evie Eve. But yeah, this looks very nice. Looks very luxurious. This is the one with the blonde. So this one we did not use the style reference. So it actually didn't give us a mannequin. It just gave us a naked human who has a lace front wig on their head. But that's okay because what you can do is you can take this and you can actually use this as a character reference, and we can use this as a style reference. And let's see what that gives us. So Barbie doll said was about to say Eve too. You see, I'm telling you, Barbie doll knows. All right, so this is the one where we just use it as a style reference instead of a character reference because it was given bad Botox. So this looks much better now, in my opinion. Does she look like a mannequin? Yes, because of the neck area. The face, it looks nice and realistic and stuff, but you can just tell it's mannequin. It has like mannequin lips and mannequin teeth and stuff like that. But still, like these are cute images. You can play around with the prompts and tweak them to be able to get your desired look. My Heart and Soul Creation says, yes, it does. I love Eve. I just finished her book. I didn't even know she has a book, but I love her too. I met her in person once. I went to a work event at Barclays Center when Michelle Obama was doing her book, Becoming. And I was in a suite or a box or whatever it is, and she was in the box that was right next to me. So when the event was over and I got out, she was kind of getting out at the same time, and we crossed paths. But I didn't say nothing. I was just like, "Oh my gosh, is that Eve? Is that Eve? Is that Eve?" Like I was saying that to my coworkers, and it's just like, "Duh, go ask her to take a picture," but I didn't. Okay, so that's my Eve story. But I didn't know she has a book. I'm actually gonna look into that. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. My Heart and Soul Creations. Okay. Alrighty, guys. So this is character reference. It's just giving us one mannequin head though, but it's cool. Still looks nice. This one looks a little bit manly. Okay, I don't know the facial features. I don't know, but it still looks nice though. It still looks nice for, we got different looks. You said you would have died. What celebrities have you guys met? Let me know in the comments. Okay, and her, sis is just a lost cause. Like, I would probably rerun this prompt. It's not bad though. Like, it's coming along. It's coming along. But you're gonna have to just do these prompts a few times to kind of get that desired result. Okay. So I mean, I think that was the last example that I wanted to do. We have been on the live for 2 hours and 50 minutes. And I think this live was amazing. I just want to go over the agenda again really quick to make sure I covered everything. So we talked about why product photography is a profitable niche. We talked about using MidJourney to create professional product images. We talked about how to design images that grab attention and sell. And I feel like those images that look unique, that we use ChatGPT to create those ad slogans, did just that. We talked about attracting clients who need stunning product visuals. We did examples of AI generated product photos and how they convert. We talked about turning this skill into a $1,000 a day business. So just to kind of go into that a little bit more. Now, it is up to you on how much money you want to make. And what I mean by that is, no one is just going to come to you and throw their money if you're not doing your due diligence to promote yourself. So if you think that you're just going to create these things and slap them around here and there, it's not going to work unless, you got someone backing you up that that has like a large following. But there is work that goes into this. But my point is even though there's work that goes into this, into making yourself known to people, there's work that goes into it when it comes to social media and those things. AI simplifies the process, and also it ups your chances of being able to do this by having the person who's building their brand or business that you're creating these images for save money. So the client is saving money and you are saving time. If this is for your business, you're saving money and you're saving time. Okay. I get requests all the times to create AI images for people, and I think my price for that on the website is $250, but I had the 50% off. But I have other stuff as well, and when these requests come flooding in, because there are days that they flood, okay, especially on days when I haven't been on live for a while. So like when I took that break for Christmas, things were flooded. And I will tell you that $1,000 a day is very much possible. You don't need to start at $1,000 a day in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Everything takes time to build, but you will get there. You will get there. Um, you know, there were like in the beginning, there were only 5 people watching these lives. Like my way to promote things, I like to come on YouTube live and teach you guys stuff and show you guys stuff, and I don't gatekeep. And I feel like you guys, this is my portfolio. This is my presentation right here to show you what I can do and how I can help you with your business. And this started with me just having 5 people watch these live videos. But now I have an engaged audience. You guys know me and my personality, for those of you who are here every day, you know, and you guys see that you can trust me. And that's the same way that you can kind of build that trust as well. You just have to be consistent. I've been consistent since the end of September. So from that end of September, what have I been doing? I've been doing the YouTube lives. I have my Shopify store, and going live on YouTube every single weekday for 5 days a week. Yes, I missed a day here and there, but for the most part, I've showed up. And within 2 months, from the end of September to the beginning of December, I got monetized on YouTube. So I got the YouTube bag where that money can come in. But then also I got the Shopify bag because that's where I'm selling my products and my services. Shout outs to Camille Essick, who is in the live saying thank you for sharing this. Absolutely. We all can do it. You just need to be consistent. You know, like I said, you guys probably saw me really popping up in the end of September and the live streams didn't even happen in September. The live streams started happening in October. Okay. And basically what happened was in September, it was my birthday. My birthday is in the end of September. So as I was just sitting there reflecting on this new year of life that God has given me, that I am 100% grateful for, I said to myself, how do I want to, I've always had this brand, but like I said, I was doing other things too before, like the photography. And I said to myself, there was a time I was just only doing ebooks. But I said to myself, how do I want to help people better? And how do I want to better help myself? And that is why I started doing this. And in the end of September, I started with the pre-recorded videos. Um, those were taking a lot of time to edit. And then I was like, you know what? With the pre-recorded videos, people are asking me questions in the comments, but it would be better if they could ask me in real time. So that's why I started doing the lives. I used to do lives before in the past, but I was interviewing people, like people who have brands and businesses. Um, but I've just always been constantly finding different ways to be profitable. And this is one that I really enjoy because I really enjoy you guys getting on the live every single day with me. You guys make me laugh. You guys, support the business. Y'all support the brand and everything. So really appreciate it. And the least I could do is come in here and give you guys the gems, give you guys the value, like My Heart and Soul Creation says. And of course, don't gatekeep because there's enough space for all of us to win. So I'm going to leave it at that. Remember about the code JCFAM for the 50% off. It's 9:56 my time. I'm going to leave the code open until 10:30 p.m. my time. So that's going to be in about 30 minutes. And we're going to leave the live here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, subscribe, and make sure you share it as well. Share it with someone who you think this can help. And of course, I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow's live is going to be about unlocking the advanced prompt techniques. So we're going to be jumping into MidJourney again tomorrow. But this time, we're really going to get deep into creating the proper prompts for your business. And this would be good too if you're interested in selling prompts. I'm going to show you guys all of the techniques that I use to be able to have your own prompts and not use prompts that we're using from an Explore page to see like what someone else used and so on and so forth. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining the live, and I will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Bye.